my face.
Oh, we're live.
Yes.
Oh, we are? Oh, good.
Awesome.
That's how you intro, Mike.
That is how I intro.
See.
You know what? These are just as smooth as Jake's intros from before. You know, to infinity and beyond.
At what point
This
did
will
we ever
never
claim
live.
professional?
I'm using a professional
We're not.
microphone somewhat. You
That
have
doesn't
Really?
mean anything.
Okay, but that doesn't mean we are professionals.
Yeah, it just means I spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
make it. Yeah, make it. All right.
Should have a character
Welcome.
sheet up, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Welcome, Misfits. Thank you for joining us this week. And one day we'll figure out how this all works. But till then, you're stuck with us, Misfits. See, we can all be Misfits together. I will save you the embarrassment of myself singing a horrible version of We're All a Bunch of Misfits from the Rudolph movie from the 80s.
The Island of Misfit Toys, you
What?
mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
we're a couple of misfits.
But you can't
Oh.
fire me. I quit.
Exactly.
Why
We're
don't
classic.
I fit in? Because you're an elf and you want to be a fucking dentist. That's why you don't fit in. You...
Nobody
We'll
wants to be a dentist.
And they're not doctors.
On that note,
That's a debate. for
Dead
another
silence.
Not
channel.
even a debate. Not even a
Can you
debate.
hear it?
Not even a
Debate for
debate.
another channel.
let's introduce our lovely cast today. In that top left square, we got the Renaissance man of recaps, playing Tavrook, Jake.
Do a little bow.
In that top right, we got the queen of the slice and dice, playing Tally, Jenny.
Hello.
And then we got our middle left on the ones and twos, playing our divination wizard, Almus.
Goo 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 you, everybody.
And, of course, middle right, rolling the ones and twos, playing Aviana, we have Erica.
Hey, what's up? We're not gonna die today. It's fine. I can
And-
fail all the roles I want.
And unfortunately, today we will be missing out on everyone's favorite pet come to life. Gray will not be here today. He's dealing with personal issues, and so there will be no Bach tonight. And coming up in the bottom right, the dice rolling. I forgot what Jake told me to edit it because I just crossed it off. I didn't actually write it down. Italian Stallion playing Redacted. Q.
I am currently present.
A generic man.
Captain Generic.
Bare minimum.
All right. And for now, this week's episode is brought to you by...
Me.
No.
Once again,
Not
What?
this time. Today, we're gonna shout out a friendly dice maker that we all know and love.
Yay.
So shout outs to Go Beyond Dice on Etsy. They do dice and dice bags, all handmade from home. It's great. I wrote a whole thing and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Welcome to work running with it. So they do handmade dice for all your TTRPG needs. All of us, not all of us, but many of us have some custom dice sets that have already been made. They have a ton up in their shop right now. Keep an eye out for commissions because they'll do them as well. I'm holding it up like it's close enough. And yeah, we love Go Beyond Dice. They make really good stuff. All dice only come with a minor curse that's easy enough to remove, so don't worry about it.
Let's
You know,
hear
I-
Erica.
No, look, that's
Or
not my
me,
fault.
apparently. I haven't removed mine.
I rolled a 17 on my first roll with these dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I
I
rolled a
haven't been
natural
rolling
one.
awfully.
Well, you've been
I
rolling
actually
good
rolled
so far.
16, though, so
Been rolling
sorry.
good so far this campaign.
Mm.
This is a new,
Yeah,
this is a new day.
Exclamation point dice for a link for their shop. I will put it in the chat once I can let go of the control button. So yeah, go check them out. 10 out of 10.
I got it. Exclamation dice.
And for a super quick recap, I throw it to our man of recaps.
Oh, hello, it's me. So last time out, we started season 2 of the Isle of Misfit Rolls. We began our journey aboard the Sterncrest Supreme, helmed by a Gendrick Sterncrest, who is
man.
temporarily his dice are being rolled by our own Q himself. it started out simply enough. This guy kind of journeys on his own, so we did some contributing around the ship to help out. We did some fishing and did a little bit of checking in after 2 years of not playing these characters and getting back into the role play groove. Um, Almost is working on lots of little projects. Tavrook is feeling sorry for himself. In the best of times, Tali was snooping around and destroyed a cart and some of the supplies.
Great.
And
You God damn it, babe.
I don't know how many times we've edited this out of the podcast form when we did this, but I cannot say the word crate. It comes out as cart every time. It's yeah. Anytime it's if I think about it and I say crate, then I'm good. But as soon as I'm in the middle of a sentence, I'm gonna say cart. So just think about that anytime our group is around
Turn it into a
boxes.
drinking game for
I'm
the
just gonna have to
Samson
start. I'm gonna have to
family.
start calling them shipping
Okay.
containers because I don't have any other options.
Square boxes.
Aviana has weird claw-like fingernails now that haven't been
It's
explained or anything.
Fine. It's fine.
It's probably not a problem. It's fine.
Nah.
Also, Alma's pet bat we knew had turned back into its true form of a quasit, and its name is Minogue Leary, and he has a New Zealand accent, and I can't wait to talk to him more. At one point, though, we came across an odd storm that did not seem natural in any way, and Aviana picked up some spooky vibes from it. And not too much later, I think the next day, we came across a broken boat, which could have been left as a trap or something because there was some flying creature in the sky that started attacking us from afar with all sorts of wild magics and things. But we took it down and we recovered its weird carcass and brought it aboard the ship. And it was some weird harpy humanoid thing, but had nothing to do with darkness at all. It was just a weird monster, and that was odd. I think that's the first of those that we've come across in the time our party's been traveling together. Like this was just a weird monster.
You fought treants.
The trees. The trees were
we fought
normal.
a single awakened tree, and it was not darknessy. It was just a single. The awakened shrubs and the awakened tree. We did fight those.
It's like, how drunk was I that I missed?
Yeah, and then and then this weird flying magic, faceless, leather skinned, fucking weird thing, and that was it. And there was also crab like entities that I want more info on. But yeah, that is the long and short of what happened last session, and I believe we're just picking up after that night where we fought that spooky man above the boat. Spooky being.
Thing.
It wasn't really a man, I guess.
The
but,
thing.
Yeah, it had no reproduction. It was kind of eunuch-esque.
It was just a being. Yeah. Well, it was weird. I didn't fucking like it. But it's dead now, so good news all around.
And as we continue this, we're happy that you've joined us this week on the Isle of Misfit Rolls. We're back. Welcome back. And so we continue right where we left off. The group has just defeated this odd, smooth-skinned yet kind of leathery, nondescript monstrosity we'll go with? Sure, why not?
Smooth skin.
Chalk's favorite.
Yeah, Chalk. This would have been one of Chalk's favorite delicacies. Tastes like chicken.
What if we save it for him and bring it
Wait,
for him as a
okay.
snack?
Smooth skin.
Does Bach has what's that thing where you can like keep something from rotting?
Gentle
What's-
repose.
If he has that, Bach would totally use gentle repose to save.
Nope.
save
DM,
that.
call,
And we
not
have
gonna
to
happen.
carry
No.
it though.
Mike, I'll go ahead and take a minute to cast Gentle Repose on that body.
Oh, you can cast Gentle Repose?
Yeah, Gentle Repose is a ritual. So, my bad, 11
Whoa.
minutes.
All right.
Oh.
Well, while you're
It's
doing
not
that,
Love
Did
it.
we not want to like check it out? Did we want to science it
We
instead? We
We
did.
did.
We did last
We
did.
did. We observed it.
Thing.
What
I
if we
mean-
can get the bits from it? It cast a fireball, right?
Say the bits. Oh,
Yeah.
don't-
We have
Go
time.
inside and pick all of its
We have the
bits.
body. We have time. It won't rot, so we can figure it out later if we need to.
okay. While you guys are overlooking this body, the wind's picking up, and you're kind of getting that. It's kind of a sideways wind, so it's hitting. Gendrick's thinking about raising the sails and trying to catch some of the wind, but it's kind of not. He's like, all right, let's just ride this out for the night. The waves are picking up. You're getting that sideways rock. It's not the most comfortable. You look over. Your little, very landlocked raccoon is not looking the greatest. He's got that kind of eyes are kind of glazed over. He's like, "Mm," and then he runs to the side of the boat, and you just hear "Blah," over the side of the boat. You're not sure if maybe he ate some bad fish or whatnot, or just probably just some motion sickness. And then you see Fox just kind of waves, goes to say something, and then covers his mouth again and just goes below deck. And the steel defender, kudum, 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 after finishes, it's fire extinguisher barks.
Its own vomiting.
It comes. It
Dead
goes
honest,
downstairs
it
to.
smells like rank fish down there, so it probably doesn't help.
It's true.
And so, is there anything else the group would like to do other than storing rando monster body?
It wasn't wearing anything, right?
Nope.
Okay.
If you've ever played Persona, there's one of the Persona that has a bird head and wings. This is what I have modeled this creature after.
Which one is
Arsene?
that?
Gross. No. One of the monsters, I think. Not one of the.
Oh, I was
Not
like,
one, not
oh,
one of the
that's not
good
a
Phantom
bird
Thieves
head.
personas. No.
One of the monsters in Persona.
Um,
Is there anything else anyone would like to do, or we can
not that day, but like
still into the evening? I want to know if there's anything you want to do into the evening before we roll into the next potentially lovely day.
if there is an opportunity, that presents itself, Polly wants to snoop around in Gendrick's area.
Up top or down below?
His sleeping quarters, but I would find somewhere and go invisible first.
Okay,
But I
well,
I don't know exactly what like his schedule is.
Gendrick's probably going to be heading down there soon because it is late into the evening. The moon is right up there in that top of the sky, and
Okay.
it's the waves are kind of rocking the boat, and he's just like, all right, well, we're not going to make too much more headway tonight. And he got pretty fucked up. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. He came
That's
very
fair.
close to dying, and so
Then
he's
I've-
just like, he's out.
Okay, then I won't do it tonight.
Okay. Anything else anybody would like to do tonight, or shall we?
Well, just in general, Aviana has this notebook for additional context that she picked up. I think in Andrea's library. She just found it.
Yep.
Diary thing. And it had a whole bunch of stuff about the adventures of the heroes past and stuff. And she's kind of been reading that every night. And I just want to make that as a note that she's continuing to
Try to decipher it.
through that. Yeah, and figure out what's going on and put pieces
It's
together.
like the journal of the mother of life, or something along those lines.
Mhm.
Written by the Great Mother of Life, a great cleric. It starts in Celestial, but gets a little more gibberishy, and that's the gibberishy
Yes.
parts of the triads that I'm trying to figure out. There's a fisherman in the North Sea. I have notes.
Something about metal
Yeah, so
discs. Yeah.
Me and my 8 million language proficiencies are trying to figure that out.
Yes, and I believe Almus has mentioned that when he's not Now, I guess it's the three of you now helping out.
Who, me?
Oh, god damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
You got Mo's there to help now.
Great. My
He talks,
favorite.
he reads, he's got opposable
yeah.
thumbs.
What
the thunder
languages?
from down
What
under.
languages does Mo know?
He knows Abyssal and Common.
Well, guess what? I know both of those.
Tally would also probably help. I'm pretty smart, and I've got nothing else to do.
Okay, so we have a whole bunch. So this is when it gets kind of awkward. They're all trying to share the same
Well, I
notebook.
imagine like
several
Aviana mans it, and then like I assume throughout the day, as people like look for something to do, they'll come and hang out a bit and like one at
Okay.
a time, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Can I get two of you to make? What kind of role do I want? Somebody give me an Arcana roll, and somebody else give me a Religion roll. Actually, no. Let's make it History.
I should do Arcana, by the way.
History.
You should.
I could also do History.
I want a
but can't
History
have-
roll, and I want an Arcana roll.
I'll do Arcana.
I am decent across the board. I have the same multiplier for all of them.
I'm 7s across the board on those, and I potentially get advantage if they're related to darkness stuff.
I'll do Arcana.
Is it
because
related
I'm
to
a wizard.
darkness stuff?
Yeah.
That's I'll do Arcana
No,
because
mine
we
would
were
be
gonna
more
leave.
like-
It's not darkness stuff.
Not darkness.
Yeah, both. Mine's just +3 across the board for those.
I know. I
Say it's
have
darkness
all of them.
adjacent, but not darkness
But
related.
I just want the advantage. Oh, I'm not paralyzed.
Is it adjacent enough for advantage?
It is
That's-
not.
I tried.
I got a 15.
25 for the Arcana.
Well,
Ooh.
I would. Wow.
Those are the numbers we want to see.
Thank God someone can roll dice.
I mean, it's
Mine
plus
would have been a
9.
19.
It's plus
but I
9. It's
didn't
so
roll.
easy to roll well
It's a
on
plus 9.
Arcana.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie.
So again, you guys look over some of the things you've already deciphered already. Like you have where the two waters meet. You have the story about and then they received a gift or they gave a gift. You're not fully sure about that one. Do you remember that, folks?
Sort of,
taking crazy
kinda.
pills.
No, I remember. Coverage is not part of the scene, but I have the notes for it. Yeah, there was something about a metal disc they were giving to the fishermen. Someone crafting some things.
There you go. And then you also heard about where the original coin was minted. That was another one you guys have deciphered already.
Coin?
Yeah, the metal disc and the coin.
While in the cold tundra, they
Oh.
met a man whose craftsmanship was godly, and the ground itself shook with each strike. The only thing more impressive than their words, or their work, was their words, and he could make it sound like an item was made by Unis himself.
Can you send
That's
me
all.
those?
Yeah.
Just the notes straight up because I thought I had those and I just have the two waters meet and that's it.
Okay.
So can you,
Yeah,
you
my
straight up
last
send me the
main
text?
thing is that Tavruk punch Sindrak.
It's also to save time for me to sit here and transcribe everything you just said, and to save also
Yeah.
Jake time. Just put it in one of our Discord chats.
Yep.
Sterncrest Supreme.
And then you've
that's the
kind
ship.
of
Damn it.
gotten a new part where I'm not sure if this is before or after the other entries, but it says, while traveling the unforgiving sands, a building stood pointing towards the heavens themselves, and you kind of vaguely get a part that says, when the sun is at its highest, all will be revealed.
It's for sure.
It's like the mummy. Are we
That's for
doing
sure.
that right now? That's the vibes I get.
So that's
Yeah,
the
but that's
new
out
one
in
you're deciphered.
that's out in Polaria.
Elros?
Pelleros.
Pelaros. That's
Does
the
it
one. I keep wanting to say Polarios, and it's not that.
Whoa! Wait. I will shut up. 'Cause
Beep bop
that was
badoo
a- that was a one
Bop.
shot we didn't air.
So, so when you guys are doing your research, are you reciting any things out loud? Or are you just talking about it?
I think if Tolly found something that she thought was pretty interesting, then she would talk about it. But if it was just like, I woke up, I had breakfast, I did this and this basic shit, she'd probably just skip through that.
Okay. I just mean like with the research you guys are doing, are
With the
you just
research.
like
I
is this
feel
a
like
boat communal thing, or is it just a you guys are cool like babysitter club people and you're just doing your own thing?
Oh, like, are we telling the normies up top that aren't helping read books? Maybe.
well, yeah, no, everything is we're at the Aviana is open book everything. If anyone wants to know anything and be like, hey, like what happened today, she'll be like, oh, here's all the stuff we figured out.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you kind of mention that, you see someone kind of perk up and kind of, I know where that is.
Would this be Gendrick or?
That would be Gendrick.
It's
Oh,
Polaro. I still can't Polaros, right?
Pelaros.
Pelaro. Fuck.
He
Look,
goes, no, not
to be
that
fair,
one.
I called your
Where the
place
two
here. I've called
waters
the city
meet.
a chicken. Two waters meet. I'm pulling
Huh?
up maps.
Where is it?
There's an ocean between Magrum and Grotria, where it's like where they kind of where the salts like don't match up, right? Didn't we learn about that too?
Yes. That were the hot, more warmer water and the colder water coming from Agram, the warmer water coming from Grotria kind of meet.
Hmm.
And
Ah,
if there's a map around, he'll actually point
We
out it's in the
got one,
like
I think.
in the north, and he's like, yeah, there's be very good to steer clear of that area. The waters there are extra rough and extra, and it's not uncommon for whirlpools to just sink ships that go too close.
So, how do you know of a good way to get there without, you know, risking capsizing a ship?
Oh, there's nothing good out that way. There's no islands. There's no nothing.
currently there's no reason for us to go out there right now either, because all we have is a collection of stories that has no real goal other than potentially information on something we don't even know. It's a good note, but thankfully it's a future us problem.
He's
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah, and we're going in a total opposite direction of that, anyways.
that is also true, but any insight that you could give us now could help us in the future. I mean, I know I'm pretty sure you're not gonna stick around.
Well, my plan is to just go to drop you all in the Bay of Jurkala, and then hopefully we'll make landfall there. I will be able to pick up supplies. Hopefully they still have some of that delicious elven wine left, and I will probably myself head back to Grotria. Supposed to be some calmer waters in that area, and maybe I'll even pay a visit to Andrea on the way back and try to apologize and drop off another crate of wine.
And you send us the spelling for that port you named.
I can give it to you right now.
I did a total guess job on that.
It is Jourkala.
God, I couldn't have been farther away. Fucking Christ. Okay.
Oh no, how'd you have it
I
spelled?
spelled
I
out
had-
pizza.
I had Jercala. Jurkala.
Jourkala.
Jourkala.
Yep.
That sounds much more like a real place.
And you're about a third of the way there.
Cool.
Oh shit. Okay.
No.
So it's
How much
roughly
time skip have we done? You said it was about a month trip, but we really only played about 3 days, so it's like 10 days have gone by.
It's been so you had the time jump from Svea was about a month.
Yes, we know that.
Spent a couple days on the island,
Mhm.
which I've nicknamed the Island of Requirement.
Ooh.
Cute.
There when you need it. It's there when you need it.
And you've now been on the water for I believe 7 or 8 days,
Okay.
Because we started season
and
2,
you've
it's
had
like,
some
it's
strong
been 4
winds
days.
for a couple days that have helped.
Yeah.
You have yet to actually encounter anything that's severely damaged your boat, so it's still currently going at full speed. The waters have been tremendous. I'll use an easier word for myself to say. the waters have been on the rougher side, and it has been steadily increasing in wave size. Constant white caps is where we're at now, which is probably this solid week of travel and no landfall is probably what is done in your furry little friend. But anywhere you
Lack
look,
of bacon too.
you are far, far, far from anywhere land-based right now. And so, I will ask one of you to give me a d20.
Is this the next morning?
Mm.
This
You.
is the next morning.
I'm gonna roll my portents. Someone
You
else
should
roll a
roll it.
d20.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, Q's not doing much.
Ooh, baby. Anyway.
Let him do it.
What you need?
A roll.
Q, you want to
d20,
roll a
please.
d20? Look at that pup.
Oh, that's a
Vega.
good dog back there. Hello, Vega.
It's a 5.
A 5. Okay.
Oh boy.
So as the day continues on, like I said, the water's getting rougher. Gendrick's getting a little more frustrated here and there. And he's just kind of looking around. And he goes down below, checks on our food supplies, and he's just like, he just kind of gives you, he goes, huh, hungry bunch. And he's just kind of like looking at his charts and whatnot. And he's just kind of, you guys have been, we're going to need to start rationing the food. Our supply's getting lower.
I
And
like to think Tavruk, I role played the fishing right away on the
Yep.
first day. I didn't want to do that every day.
Yeah.
But I like to think Tavruk would spend a portion of his day doing that. Whether he has success on some days and
we've
failure
had some
on
good
others.
days and bad days, but
Okay.
Mm.
even like after him saying that, Tevrok, you're like, I've been fishing every day. You go down, there's less food than there should be.
So I clock that.
Hmm.
That there's.
And then
Okay.
Gendrick just kind of whatever. And then he's, all right, well, let's try to make some good time. And he catches the wind. It's booking pretty good. And about midway through the day, the sun's high in the side. You hear a and you look, and the side of the ship has been damaged a bit. Nothing too crazy. You'll be able to repair it, but you're gonna have to slow down. And also, the oars weren't properly stowed on that side from when it was last time it had to come out, and so a couple of the oars got a little bit damaged. So for the next 2 or 3 days, you're gonna have just slightly slower travel speed. So it may have just increased your trip by a day or two.
If the oars are damaged, I don't know what. So on the one hand, Bach isn't here, but does Bach have? Does anybody have mending?
I have mending.
Can Tally mend some
Tally
stuff
will
and the oars and
mending.
stuff?
That's why, yeah, with mending and whatnot, instead of it being 3 or 4 days, it just takes it's just going to slow you down by like a day or so, because you're going to have to stop the boat, get on the outside of the boat, kind of hang down and do some repairs that day. And you don't want to be doing that at full speed with a rock and water.
And unless he's, I don't think Gray took the Cloaks of the Manta Ray off of his like enchantment thing, but if he still has those, we could just use those to
He made at least one. I can give mine to somebody.
patch things up.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, what would have
doing it,
normally
we
slowed you
could,
down another 3 or 4 days and almost add another half a week to your travel, with the group's resourcefulness, you're able to bring it down to like a day of extra travel.
Okay.
And unless there's anything else,
Yes.
Tavruk, for the most part, by the way, has just been kind of hanging out on deck, kind of keeping a lookout, looking off into the middle distance of the horizon. He's going to start doing the same thing, but where the cargo is. So just kind of hanging out down there to himself, but not knowing why there's less cargo than there should be. This is like now, like he's kind of taking it upon himself, like this is the thing he's responsible for. Like whatever caused it, if someone's sneaking food, or if someone else is on the boat that shouldn't be, or if something happened, like he's now on crate watch.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I did it. I said the word crate.
Yay!
Oh,
That
hold
was
on. I gotta use my Tavruk dice.
Great.
Almost rolled
Supposedly the
some
number
fucking
one, statistically the
plebeian-
number one word for Wordle.
plebeian bullshit.
I thought it was you.
Another 17 on a perception check. So that's gonna be a 22. Thank you, Colin.
So as you're looking around and whatnot, you do notice some teeth marks on little teeth marks on the side of the crate, and some little claw marks.
Is
Like
it
some-
is Adam?
Is it fucking Bach?
No, is it Mo?
No, it wouldn't be Mo.
What?
He doesn't eat food of this world, Erica.
What?
Yeah, but he's a bastard.
What size? Like how little?
a creature that would probably be around 8 to 10 inches in size.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. But like smallish mouth, not something like fucking gnarly and terrifying.
It looks like it has some sharp teeth.
Okay, though. Well, are there any other entryways into this room apart from like I'm assuming there's like a stairwell situation or like a door? Are there any like fucking mouse like holes in the wall or anything? Like any spots that a small creature could slip through?
Not that you can notice. There's a couple portholes and whatnot, but they are sealed.
Those are sealed. Okay.
They do let in
Well-
some natural light during the day.
Okay.
But and you can look out them in the night, but they don't bring much light. Like there's still lanterns to be lit down there for that purpose, unless it's
Are
a
any-
really bright night.
Are any of the crates open that don't look like they should be?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Do they like get closed back up? Like they don't get nailed back shut or anything. If once they're open, they're open. So
Yeah.
do I see anything in any of the crates that's odd? Like do I see a little fucking creature like stowed away, like sleeping on top of a papaya? Like or what do we
No, you don't.
Okay. So I don't see any other entryways in or out of the room.
Potatoes.
I don't see anything inside the boxes. I don't see anything else in the room with me. Okay. So then I'm hanging out near the door specifically and just kind of every once in a while doing a walk around of all the boxes
Okay.
and just seeing if anything changes. And that's Tavrook's routine. Apart from, he'll probably like first thing do some fishing and then be on watch in here for the rest of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and Tolly will like I said, take that if she sees an opportunity, like if she knows, all right, Gendrick's gonna be up here for a while,
Yeah.
steering the ship, I'm going to find a secluded area and go invisible and try to sneak into his room.
Okay. Give me a stealth check with advantage.
Um 28.
So yeah, as you're sneaking in, you hear one of the boards creak a little bit, and you see Tavrook like, huh? Looking around and like looking with shifty eyes and kind of looks behind another crate or whatnot, and you're able to slip right by Tavrook and go to Gendrick's quarters.
Oh, so his
Right in.
quarters are through the room I'm in?
Yes, they're below deck, and almost
Okay.
directly below the captain's area, underneath there.
Okay. What do I see?
Are you opening the door?
Yes, as stealthily as I can. Because I'm sure I can clearly see Tavrook over there.
Yeah, so you're waiting for Tavrook to kind of turn around, and Tavrook, you kind of hear something, and you turn around, you don't see anything. Tally was able to open the door quickly and close it before it caught your attention. And then you hear the creaking of the door, but then you also hear the creaking of the ship as like a wave hits the side of it, and you're just gonna chalk that noise up to that. Tally, as you go into Gendrick's room,
Mhm.
there's a small writing desk on one of the walls. You can see a couple maps laid out with a couple of like weights on there to keep it out and to keep it from falling off the
Is that a couple
desk.
maps?
There's a small pretty much a world map,
Okay,
a nautical one.
which we already have.
You have a similar version. Some of the proportions are slightly different than that map,
Mm-hmm.
but you get the vague it's kind of artist rendition of it. And so yeah, you look around. He has a beautiful collection of shoes and boots in a
Okay.
nice little case there. He's probably got
All
about
right.
30 or 40 pairs.
Are they all
Nice.
Mikey's?
Some of them are.
Mikey's.
Are they Flair Gordons?
Exactly. Air Unis.
I'm adding Flair Gordon to the name of my potential characters list right next to Krabs Edison.
And so yeah, it looks
Don't
like he's
mind
got
me.
like and some sort of like athletic shoe that might be good for sneaking.
Hmm. Ooh.
Ooh, a sneaker.
Okay.
Uh,
I
and then
didn't pick
there's
up on it.
a smaller bed.
Uh-huh.
If there's not, it's not a huge area, right? So there's a smaller bed.
Like
Give me an
smaller than for
investigation.
him, or
Like it's equivalent of like a single bed. You
oh
would expect.
shit, that was actually a 31. That was a natural 20, not a 2. So I got yeah. On my advantage or oh wait,
Oh,
no,
okay.
not okay, sorry. That was to sneak in. It was a 31. You said investigation?
Yes. You're
That's a 22.
okay. So as you're snooping around, you do find in his bedside table 3 flasks
Mm,
and another bottle or 2 of wine.
okay. Now, when you said there was a smaller bed, was there like he had a bed and then there was another bed?
No, it's just he has a small
He's
bed
just
there.
small?
It's
Okay.
comfortable. It's luxurious, but it's
Mm.
I think he just only needs a single.
Well,
Yeah,
Just
yes,
got
it
timber.
is a boat, right?
fair.
Just got
That's
timber.
fair.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying in addition to his bed, there is a small bed which could
no,
have belonged to the thing eating all of the food.
no.
Potentially, if it was that small, but it's not. And that's all he has in there?
Pretty much. He like I said,
Okay.
he also has a couple nice hats. He's got a couple extra large brim hats.
I really want some of those, but I mean, we're still on the boat for another few days, so I'll hold off on any of that
And
stuff.
one of them has
But
like a
I'm gonna
large
clock
peacock feather
whichever
in it.
ones, because one of the things Tali can do is immediately note whenever she walks into a room, like the most expensive stuff in the room. So I'm gonna take note of whichever shoes and hats are like primo, like top tier expensive ones,
hmm
and I'm just gonna make
There's
a
a few
mental note
very
of
nice
that.
pair of shoes there
I
from the
might steal
sneakers
some shoes
collection.
later, but not right now.
Like, and they're
I'll
all like perfectly organized. And if
of
one
course
pair
they
was
are.
missing, it would be quite obvious. Especially, you can look. This
Exactly.
person is an aficionado in this particular
Mhm. All right, yeah, if that's all there
field.
is, are the flasks full?
They are.
Mm. Do any of them look fancy? Or are
They're
they just
of.
basic?
They're fairly basic.
Hmm. While I'm in there, hold on one second. Do I have that? Is that concentrate? No, it's not. While I'm in there, I am going to uh ritually cast I or no, damn it, not identify. I need to detect magic. Fuck. I don't think I have that one.
Nope.
Nope, I don't. I don't. Okay.
Oh
So then
no.
never mind.
You could
I'm just
identify
gonna
some non-magical items.
I could, but I don't want to spend 33 minutes in this room.
Yeah,
Uh,
it sucks, doesn't it?
You
Identifying
could also
items
just
that aren't magic.
Not when
flat
I'm not
cast them if
supposed
you
to
have them
be in
prepared.
here.
If you have them prepared, just flat cast
Yeah, you
them.
could just like that.
I don't know
I
what she does. It's just a ritual.
uh,
So what are we
You
doing?
You're an early wizard. Yeah, you don't have.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna slip out as soon as I can.
Okay. And then, are you? You said you were invisible.
Mm-hmm.
When you slide out of the room, are you going to drop invisibility? You see Tavrook there, kind of checking a crate.
I am no, because I'm not telling anyone what I was doing. So I'm just gonna wait until like either he is fully distracted or I can go to a place where no one will see me.
Okay,
Preferably back to wherever I initially went invisible.
you're able to find an area where it's just as you're coming up and down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spot there where it's out of Tavrook's line of sight, and you're
Okay.
not quite up high enough that the people on deck would see you.
Okay. Yeah, I will drop invisibility there and then I'll head back down. What are you doing? I'm looking at Tavruk.
Oh, I think something's been stealing the food, so just keeping an eye out.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's less food than there should be, and there's weird teeth marks on the boxes. So
Does
none of us have weird little teeth like that, I don't think. But
Are there like rat droppings anywhere?
No, no, you can see.
no, they're bigger than a rat.
Hmm. Are there bat droppings anywhere?
There's no guano. You
Okay.
wish there was guano. It's very useful
Hmm.
stuff.
Oh,
It's expensive.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's not a fucking bat anymore.
No,
Shit,
it's not.
Yeah.
I forgot
I
that.
mean, he can
Damn
be.
it.
You
He
don't
could
know.
be.
He's bigger than 18
I'll-
inches, though, right?
Hmm?
How big is Mo?
In his natural form, like
Uh-huh.
7, 8 inches, something like that. I think it's like the size of a candle, whatever a candle is, you know. Because remember,
Oh,
someone
he's-
shared a picture.
For some reason, I keep thinking he's like box sized.
No, he's
Yeah,
tiny.
that's what I was
he's
thinking,
a tiny
too.
creature, so
Tiny
he's less
Like a
than
teddy
creature.
bear.
That's even cuter, and I love him so much.
Just like a little
Bastard.
parrot on the shoulder.
Cute
Put-
adorable
put a
Okay,
weird
okay.
little
bitch.
demon.
I'm like a parrot, but
But a demon.
Ferrets are demons. Okay.
Little hands and wings.
so he's like 8 to 10 inches.
So, you said you've already looked at all these crates. Do you need any help?
I mean, feel free to look again, but
Like-
I,
Get some of the null marks, and if there's anything that like stands out about them, other than like the size and stuff, like I'm looking for that. And
You're
then
not
I'm gonna
really
go
able to
find
pick out too
Mo.
much more. Mo is with I would assume probably at this point with Aviana and Almus doing the
Okay.
researches. And like you kind of walk up on, and every time you kind of see Mo, he looks like a pretty happy, fun-loving dude. Then Almus kind of looks away, and he kind of gives a shifty eyes to Aviana again. Aviana gives a shifty eyes, and then like Almus turns back around, and then like they both kind of like go back to being like.
No, Aviana's
Cordial.
still shifty.
Nope.
Everyone knows she hates this thing.
And Aviana keeps a look,
Aviana's
and
the shiftiest fucking character in this whole
I'm
goddamn world.
fine. It's fine.
have we
I'm
seen Mo away from Almost at any point over the week? Like, or any points he's like chilling up on the sail, or like he's pretty much always on
In the
Almost shoulder.
rafters.
what has Mo been up to for this week?
Nothing. He hangs out with me.
That's why he hangs out with you.
He hangs
okay.
out with me, or
But-
he goes in his pocket dimension if he doesn't want to be out. But he just hangs
Okay.
out with Almost.
But he's anytime we've seen him, he's near or like on Almost's shoulder.
Unless I'm instructing him specifically, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Because when I
I
look up
wouldn't-
on him, does it look like Mo's like? Is there a chance, just looking at Mo, that the null marks could be his?
Potentially. It's hard
Okay,
to
but
tell.
nothing that like
Get the
doesn't have, like,
powder out and
little
start
chips of
fingerprinting.
wood on his face.
Does he have tomato juice smeared all over his face?
No, there's been no
Hey,
innocent teams around for Almus and his
yeah.
fun-loving friend to murder in cold blood in the streets for components.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that didn't
Yeah,
happen.
right?
Never heard of that.
Allegedly. Not even
Are
allegedly.
those the events? I think I heard about that on a TV show once, a popular show on Stars, maybe, but not in this campaign.
Hey, Mo,
He'll look at you.
what do you I was just curious. What do you eat?
Well, he doesn't have to eat because he's a spirit from the abyss.
I didn't ask what he had to eat. I asked what he ate.
He doesn't eat
I
because
don't
he's a
have to
spirit
eat candy,
from
but I
the
love
abyss.
it
He
so
doesn't
much.
need to eat.
But does he ever just like try anything for fun?
No. Why? What's going on?
That seems like the saddest existence ever.
He's above it. He doesn't need to eat. Eating is below him.
I don't need to eat half the things I do, I just do it because, like, oh my god, candied apples, so good.
Everything all right?
I was just,
What's going on here?
I was just curious. I mean, I'd never seen.
And this has
Hey,
been
you're so
Almas
cute.
answering
This
for
is
him.
almost, yeah, of course. This is almost.
Yeah.
Tali, I'm going to ask you to leave
We didn't
me
hear
and my son
Taika
alone.
Waititi.
Yeah, no. Is there something we can help you with? Is you guys talking about that food that's missing?
Oh,
You
I
know
just
about the food? Did Jake tell everybody?
I'm pretty sure Jenrick said it, right?
Jenrick said we're low on foods, we're rationing. Tavruk didn't say, did Tavruk ever say anything that he found? No. So as far as we're aware, we're low on food. Aviana's kind of assumed that it's just like, it wasn't equipped to take this many people, and so we just need to
I almost didn't
do
say
better.
any of that. I
Tavruk
assumed that
doesn't-
Jenrick was like,
yeah.
hey, we're missing food and there's call-out marks, but you're right, that was something different, so that's my bad.
No,
Yeah, so
Tavruk kind of did the internal math. It's like, well, motherfucker, this boat is equipped for food, and I've been catching fish. I caught a 25-pound fish one day. Like, that alone should feed 6 people.
Tuna like
Like,
fish.
something's not right. And then that was a tuna like fish, yeah. And so he went down and kind of looked on his own, but he hasn't said anything
Okay,
about it,
never mind
and
then.
except for to
Yeah.
Tali, who just came down and asked directly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we are missing some food, but I mean, I just assumed that, honestly, I assumed it was probably Bach, if I'm just being real honest. He's
Mhm.
been sick, probably getting sick, and then still hungry, later on in the day, and is just eating more than he would if he wasn't getting sick.
True. I mean,
But it also had me curious.
we could, you could investigate. You could try to detect magic. Maybe there's something magical happening around here.
I can't do that
Oh,
at all.
you can't do detect magic?
No, I cannot use that shit.
Oh, interesting.
No, I didn't get to copy that one down when you were letting me look at some of your runes. I think you were trying to do something else. I think you were trying to impress Andrea or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Give me 11 minutes. I will cast detect magic as a ritual, and I'll walk around the ship and see if anything pings besides the normal, like our items, blah, 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 blah.
You are getting a faint illusionary magic
I will follow
from
that.
between two of the crates.
Okay. I'll bring Tavruk
I
and
assume we're with him.
yeah, I'll bring you guys back up, and I'm going to it. What's the deal here?
You look, get like a magic aura, but you don't see anything there.
I'm gonna. Hey, Taver, you got your glaive? Just give him the old, like, just like kind of swirl it around in there and see if you hit anything. You could use the blunt end.
I start to hold the sharp end towards the thing and look like I'm going to lunge super hard.
What is the shape though? Because I can see the shape, and I know it's
You see
illusion
the shape,
magic.
that's right.
But like, what is it? Just like a sphere of illusion? Is it what is?
It is a
Is it a gingerbread man of illusion magic?
Oh my god!
4-legged creature
Mm-hmm.
with a small head and a bit of a tail.
Okay. 4-legged.
Yes.
Yeah, and my
Chinjic
Mo's with
never
me,
mentioned anything.
right?
Was that sorry?
Mo's on my shoulder, so it's not him.
Mo is on your shoulder.
He's
And
innocent.
Gendrick never mentioned a pet, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right there. That's the description of it.
I'll
They
just
have floopsy ears.
if I go to like lunge a little bit, doesn't move, then I'll just kind of reach down and grab at that space.
So as soon as you go in that thing, you just hear a
Okay, so we hear it scattering off.
and you hear it scattering off and climbing a crate, climbing up the wall, and then just running off.
I can still track it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's making its way for the stairs.
Hop in the water?
Oh, I will sprint to the stairs.
If-
And
You
try
don't
to
know where
block
it
it.
is, so
I know,
We can
but I
hear
but I
it,
hear
though.
it. But I hear it if
Yeah.
it's sprinting.
This
Yeah.
is like, it's going for the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start chasing it down because I can see
What
him.
do I have? What can I do?
So as you're trying to chase it, it's keeping its distance. It had the first little thing there, and it's made its way up the stairs, up to the top of the deck. Are you all chasing it up the deck?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
And
figure
so
I
as you-
never went down. I'm just up at the top of the deck still.
So you
is it still
just-
invisible, by the way?
Oh, can I
is.
grab? Oh,
Okay,
well, I
so-
can't see it. I can't grab it.
Yeah.
My mage hand or anything.
And so, Aviana, just sitting there, you're just kind of flipping through a book, enjoying,
Yep.
the fresh ocean air blowing in your hair against your cloak.
She would not
And-
enjoy that because it's turning all the pages.
And then you just see a group of your party members just fly up to the like running towards and burst out of the top of the stairs.
Is everything okay?
We're
And I
chasing.
assume I'm ignored as they frantically
Yeah.
chase whatever this
I'm
is.
chasing.
Yeah.
It
Please-
starts to
please
run.
continue.
up
There's
the
a
mast.
thing! And up the mast?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is it stop moving once it gets up the mast?
Once it gets about
I
10 feet
can't
up the mast,
fly.
it stops to move and just kind of.
I'll
I
cast.
look at all. Oh, go ahead. But
I'll cast a spell magic and get rid of its invisibility.
All right.
Ooh.
So,
Cast.
what you see as Almas goes and casts the spell magic, the illusion of invisibility disperses. And what you're left with is a blue salamander looking creature with green spots. And as it stares at you, it has a large eyeballs that are kind of side mounted, closer to like a chameleon style. And you just see a little tongue come out and goes and like licks its own eyeball a couple times and then looks down at you.
Is this anything that's recognizable?
Not to any of you.
Did you want it down?
Tavrik will gesture as if like after you. Like,
I
I
mean-
think she's
wait, it's
Talking
10,
about
it's 10
shooting it
feet
down.
off the mast?
Right
10
now, it's,
feet up
it's
the
like
mast?
10 to 15 feet up, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
you know what that's in range of, my boy Mike.
Yeah. If you want to go and take a strike at it.
Does it look
Swat it down.
dangerous and terrible, or it looks just like a fucking shitty creature that's stealing food?
Looking at it, it looks just like a reptilian style creature that's only about 8 to 9 inches in
Like
length.
just a weird
a little bit-
invisible lizard.
If you include the tail, it's probably closer to a foot. And it's just
Oh.
sitting there staring at you, like licking its own eyeball.
Could it be considered cute?
I would think so.
Okay.
I
I was
do-
like, aw, that's kind of cute.
Where'd you
Hey,
find it?
little guy.
Down
I'm
below.
stealing
And I'm gonna
Eating
try
food.
to
Ah.
coax it down by doing the whole. And I'll pull out. I assume I have like a jerky ration.
As you pull it out, it starts to come down and crawl down a little bit. It doesn't come to you, but it gets a little bit closer.
I'll
close?
hold it
Oh.
out in my hand, kind of like at the, like near the mast. So if it wanted to, it could come down and like get it out of my hand.
Okay.
You wanna
It,
get rid
And I'll
of
do
it?
the thing.
it kind of, as it comes down, it goes to take a little bite out of it.
I coaxed something.
As it goes to, I want to not stab it, but I just want to two hands see if I can grab it.
Okay. As you go to grab it, give me a grapple check. So it would be athletics.
Athletics? Perfect.
Ooh.
15.
Go.
Don't
Go.
even worry about
go.
it, Jake. You got a 15.
15?
You feel real strong today.
So that means that is a 2d2.
All right. And it's going to try to avoid your grapple with a 13.
Ooh.
Nailed
gonna be
it.
able to do it.
Not enough.
So you're able to grab this little small like salamander.
Do anything.
All right. I'm just going to walk over to the side of boat and just throw it into that thing.
No, I
As
don't
you
let
shoot
him.
your hands on
I
it,
don't
it
let
goes
him.
to grab you. It goes to bite you.
That's fine.
No, I am not gonna let. I'm not letting him do that.
I'm going to do it.
No, I will do
It's
it.
already my turn in initiative order. I'm going. I have As long as it's 30 feet away, then I get to walk over and throw it off the boat.
To stop him, I am.
Feel free to try.
Mike's call.
So first, Jake, you're gonna take 1 acid damage,
Fine.
and then yeah, if you don't even need to really like if you want to toss it overboard, it's only like 10 feet to the rail. You're able to just from where you are, you would be able to easily just huck it. It weighs like 3 pounds.
Oh, for sure.
It's a little reptile.
Yeah.
So there's nothing I can do to try and stop him.
You can try to catch it as he goes to chuck it.
I will.
I'll just walk it over to the edge. If I see her starting to try to interfere, I'm just going to walk over and just drop it on the side.
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously, it's your
if you
call,
want to
but
try
if
to
I
grapple Tavrok, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Strength characters, baby.
Hey, athletics
Roll
versus
an athletics check, Jenny.
Oh, you're not the DM. Shut up. What were you saying, Mike?
yeah, rolling athletics.
Exactly what she said.
All right. It contested.
If you want to contest it, you can either use athletics or acrobatics.
I can use athletics or acrobatics, right?
Yes.
Give Jenny the number. Do it. Do it.
What'd you get, babe? I want to know. You just rolled.
It'd be funny.
I haven't rolled mine yet. I want to know what my target roll is.
No. You decide what you're rolling to contest it, and
Oh no, I'm rolling athletics. That's my better score. It doesn't matter.
well, then it doesn't matter.
Just remember what the number is. It's more
I'll
dramatic.
text Mike.
It's so weird. Oh, it's
I
a
just
20.
Oh well, mine was a 17.
Yeah.
I just picture Tally trying to grab it, and
All right,
Tavrok just like puts his hand on her forehead, type of thing.
Or he just
He's like-
keeps walking with her. clinging to him.
I'm two-handing it. I just kind of like shrug, like, don't touch my arm. And
And as it goes over,
Gotta
it hits
push
the
him over.
water, and you just see its back legs, like windmilling, and it just starts to run.
What do you mean?
off
On the water?
Yeah.
it's a water
What?
creature. Like it's
Water.
got in from the ocean. Like it's a salamander.
It was cute. Why is it every time I want pet of my own?
I walk away from this conversation back down. My work here is done.
Oh no.
Alec poisons him in his sleep.
Tally. Whenever
Yeah.
we get to land, just get yourself a familiar. Easy. You'll have your own cool
Mm,
pet.
I mean, I tried that.
Well,
But
we have to get actual charcoal, but once we get there,
I
we'll get you a
know.
pet.
High quality charcoal.
Yeah, it's
There's a
gotta be
difference
good
between just
stuff.
generic charcoal.
Generic charcoal?
There's that spell casting charcoal.
Yeah, I did try to make my own. Didn't work.
So, is there anything else anybody wants to accomplish after the horrible water lizard attack?
I'm poisoning Topper.
I guess I'm gonna fish some more to try to replace the lost stores. I'll try now that the thing's not down there stealing more, then I will try to put even more focused effort on fishing.
And looking around as you're fishing, so you go to move some of the oars. You do see some of the oars had some teeth marks on it and whatnot. He had chewed a few things on this ship, but he has not yet been on long enough to cause any serious damage. But gone unchecked, bad things may have happened.
Mhm.
Some pages may have been eaten from some books.
What?
Yeah, Aviano.
Mayhap, you're welcome.
What do you mean? Or what do you mean? There's pages? What? No.
No.
It could have been. You're
Oh.
If Tobrick
Yeah, that was
wasn't here to save me.
reality.
Save the day and throw the water lizard back into the water.
Yeah.
My hero.
No, I mean, if it didn't just up and die, then I'm like, whatever.
I didn't
Fine.
throw it into the woods. I placed it in the woods because it's made of wood. I thought it should be with its family.
It was the water.
What? Wait.
It's from Happy Gilmore. Get some
Okay.
culture, you guys. Jesus Christ.
God, look, I probably saw Happy Gilmore when I was like 10, but I'm not 10
Right.
anymore.
You're
So you
40.
didn't see it when you were 10
14.
because you're now not 10 now?
Yes, now
I think you
not
still
10.
saw it when you were
Math.
10.
All
Yeah,
right.
Math and
I
time
guess
are hard.
we get on with our lives, and Tali still doesn't have a pet, but whatever.
Once in a
Alright.
while, you just see Tally like lean on the banister and just kind of looks over into the water and just goes, "Wow, nice it would have been to have a pet."
One that does acid
Um,
damage too.
A pet who eats all of our food. Steals from us in the night. Nah, well, what's your animal handling?
+3 to
We just
animal
threw
handling.
Q's character
I
over the
would
side of the
second
ship, you guys. What
I
are we
know,
gonna do?
right?
That was cute the whole time.
No, he went into some darkness puddle, and he's gonna come back as one of those fish people. What are those called? What is that race of fish people called?
The
Lizard folk?
The
No,
grung, not the
lizards.
grung.
Right.
Drawing
Triton.
your daughter
Cool.
made because that's what
What?
it looked like.
Yeah, either the Triton or there's those frog people that are
Oh.
like
Oh,
Oh.
a Murloc
Grunge.
from like WoW.
they're like Murlocs.
Grunge? Grung?
Grung,
grunge.
G-R-U-N-G.
Yeah, the grung. Yeah,
The grunge.
it's gonna come back as a
Grunge. That's
grunge.
G-U.
No one's
I can't spell. Anyway, I
That's
can't
fine.
spell it loud. That's a fun
They're
fact.
the ultimate
I
grunge
can't do it.
band.
Yes.
Like a toddler, like when you spell a word out so that they don't know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
it works.
man, I didn't even think about that with my D&D band names. Grung, grunge. There's something there.
Oh,
For the record, my daughter refers to toddlers as togglers, and it's the cutest thing ever.
Togglers?
On or off, you know?
That's hilarious.
All right.
I've exacted my revenge.
And so the rest of the day goes fairly uneventful. No more extra progress is made with your research or whatnot. You're just kind of mulling over your 3 or 4 little passages you've kind of deciphered.
Oh. I am repairing any of the fire damage that we got from all those fireballs hurled at us like days
Yeah.
ago. I've been doing that. I forgot about that.
I think,
And the Steel Defender Brutus has also done a fair amount
Yeah.
of repairs. And
Okay.
you guys are good. Bach's still just kind of like laying there going,
Dying.
I'll check up on him every now and then. I'm not a veterinarian, but I have a medicine skill. So I mean, I think I know something at least.
you know, it's just motion sickness. You give him a couple
Like little bits of
salves
like
and
gingers
balms
and...
and
Can raccoons eat ginger? I don't know. Anyway, I feel like they can
Magical
eat anything.
hey
raccoons
Google,
can do
can
whatever
raccoons
they
eat
want.
ginger?
yeah, I think Bach surpasses the laws of what raccoons can do.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He has a magical catcoon.
And so the rest of the night goes fairly uneventful.
Can I do something real quick since we're going to the next day and I don't want to waste this portent?
Of course.
Can I do a whittle check? I'm whittling the thing out of the charred
Of
wood.
course.
All right.
Is that like a
What's
performance or
the what kind of roll is that?
Do you have proficiency in woodworking tools?
No, I do not.
Ooh, it could
Then
also be
it's just a
dexterity. Your
straight
hand
dex-
dexterity.
A straight dexterity check, no proficiency bonus.
23. I have a nat 20 for my portent.
Natural
So I'm just using it
20.
now. Nat 20. Do I make
There
a
you
lot of
go.
progress on this?
You're doing very well.
Oh, look at that. What a good use of a nat 20 portent.
You think you may
Right.
have made a knife, but then the tip is broken off of it?
Mm.
There it is.
Okay, cool. I got to use my nat 20 for something, so that works.
Yep.
What time of the day are you doing that?
Like in 2 minutes before I go to bed because I didn't want to waste that portent.
After all the excitement, almost as tired. I forgot about the whole detect magic thing to totally throw off my invisible salamander.
You know,
Bit.
Yep.
Mm.
as long as we solve the puzzle, that's all that matters, Mike.
There,
Wasn't
we
a
did
puzzle.
it. We're great at puzzle solving.
I wasn't trying to throw shade towards your towards Mo.
It's fine.
Oh.
We had to work through it.
I knew right away it wasn't Mo.
Oh yeah, no. Like once I asked and all that stuff, kinda
I
figured
thought
out
it was
it's
until
not.
I asked.
Wait,
Yeah. Well, that's why I was asking
Mhm.
because I was like, maybe we didn't account for this closet to need
Maybe he
sustenance.
eats like 10 times his weight a day.
It could.
Speaking of Mo, have we seen Mo go into his pocket dimension before? Like we've seen him do this, right?
I have sent him away before. I mean, he's
Okay.
normally out, but I have sent him away
Also,
at some point.
also, very important question: does he also come back with coffee?
Does he come back with coffee?
He has a tiniest little coffee cup. So
Yeah,
once
he
in a while,
has-
you just look over and you see Almas and him just sipping.
With everyone
Okay.
coffee cups. Yeah.
Yes. Very important question.
Canon.
Yeah.
And one time, when you're like, Almas is like, all right, go away. And you just see him like crawl down Almas's shoulder and to his jacket. And you see him like open one of Almas's pockets on his like cloak. And he just kind of hops in and he just woof, goes away.
Pocket dimension.
Literally
Right
a
there.
pocket dimension.
Yeah, right
Oh,
there.
what?
threw some flair on it. He knows he can just hop right into it, but he wanted to show off before he disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, Minogue Leary.
Nastiest little
You
closet
scamp,
beside
you
of
little
the
scamp.
of Grotria. And
Next
so
day.
All right.
before the next day,
Uh-oh.
everyone beds down. And, it's a relaxing evening. Except
Except.
one of your party members is about to have a dream.
Oh no! It's
Okay.
time.
I will, before I say whose dream it is,
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck!
I will ask the group this.
Not this.
Do you want it so everyone can hear it, or just the person involved and our lovely listeners?
Oh,
Ooh,
I think that's a question for you, Mike, because we don't know the answer.
I like secrets. Let's do secrets.
I do like
I
secrets,
like
but
secrets.
we will
I
also
also
Jake will hear
don't
this
like
tomorrow,
secrets.
and I'll hear this on
That's-
Sunday regardless.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
But we
Well,
can do
yeah, the
secrets
next
right
day's
now.
different. Yeah,
That's fine.
No, I
Yeah,
don't want to
I
have
guess-
to listen on Sunday. Because I've got a
Secret.
life.
I vote secret.
Do it.
secrets.
Secret.
Secret.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Jen.
Then-
You've been.
Can I get everybody to turn off their or remove their headsets except for Jake?
Oh!
okay.
I get a whisper. That's not about dicks.
It could be. You don't know.
Ah, shit! It could be. I spoke too soon. Fuck.
Damn it!
Oh, it's for
This
sure is.
this dream is referred to as the
I'm gonna deafen-
Salamander's Revenge.
No. The acid damage.
I'm gonna go do something. For everyone gets up and leaves immediately. We'll be back in like
I'll
5
just
minutes.
Let me know, and I'll go into another room. But I'm gonna get more wine.
All right. It's just me, you, Jake, and our lovely misfits.
Much better this way, right?
I know. It's been a while since it's just been me and you, and hopefully this one doesn't get as awkward as the last time.
No, it won't.
Or
We'll be
we'll
fine.
see. All right. So, as you fall asleep, you blink, you'll see the ceiling, the wood surround, the smell of the water. But then that smell is replaced with a very familiar scent. The scent of the jungles of Grotria. So you're running through the jungles, the jungle, and you look to your right. Carrick is there. If I'm mispronouncing these backstory characters, please let me know.
Good.
And then you look to your left. It's Zendren. And then as you're running, you're, dipping below branches, jumping over rocks. You're moving at a good pace. You're heading somewhere. You don't know where you're heading or why you're going where you're going. But then as you get into a slightly less dense part of the jungle, a few humans jump out and they go to attack you. They try to take the three of you by surprise, but being skilled warriors that you are, you're able to quickly dispatch them and, make them look stupid. It's a bunch of level 1s trying to jump a bunch of level 3 and 5s. It's not going too well for them. Okay. And just as you land the last killing blow, and as you look back up, the two others break into a sprint. And as you attempt to catch up to them, they disappear into the foliage just ahead. And then as you break through right where they went, where you lost sight of them, you expect to see them. But instead, you're at the top of the volcano, the heart of Rotria. You can feel the heat just hit you like a wall. It's heavy air. Instantly, any beads of sweat feel like they've just instantly turned to steam and evaporated. Then, as you turn around, you see Zandren with their battle axe in hand, Carrick with his halberd holding you at bay, pointed at you in a defensive posture. Behind them, you see more hobgoblins coming up the volcano, brandishing their weapons. You can't make out their faces, and they seem clouded over, but you can feel the bloodlust emanating from their bodies as they approach. Carrick makes a thrust at you, and as you step back, you can feel your heel approaching the lip of the volcano. Carrick shouts at you, "You're a coward and a traitor! You abandoned us and left us for dead, and worse!" Zandrin looks at you, looks at Carrick, and then lowers their head in shame.
Not true. I fought for us.
And then she just shakes her head. And then Carrick's like, the words of a traitor mean nothing. They fall on deaf ears. You're an embarrassment to the Legion. And then Zandrin looks at you. She's like, why did you choose them over us? Why do you protect them? You should be protecting us.
Trying to protect everybody. I don't know what to do.
You've chosen them. You've chosen them over your honor, over the Legion. And as you scan around looking past them, past the hobgoblins that are slowly enclosing on you, you see the jungles aflame, in ruin. And at this point, they start closing in on you, weapons branded, spears towards you. And then they're just chanting, be judged by the heart, be judged by the heart, be judged by the heart. And then just as they get to the point where you have nowhere to go, they've closed in on you, and just as you start to fall back into the heart of Gotria, you awaken. And at this point, we will bring everybody back. As everyone puts on their headphones, and hopefully everyone's been looking on camera.
How did it
people are moving.
go?
I heard one thing. Or two
Yep.
things.
Yes.
So, as you're all sleeping down below deck, as no one really needs to watch, as you have a steel defender, even though the only time he does leave Bach's side is for night watch. And you just hear as Tevra kind of wakes up, and a couple of you, if you're a light sleeper, you may have thought this may have stirred you awake. As a bit of a
would
gasp,
wake
and
up.
he's got a bit of a sweatiness going.
Because I have wicked passive
Is the
perception.
But
interrupt
other
the
than that, the
bubble?
night
Always awake.
passes beautifully, and everyone gets a sound sleep.
Okay.
Well, if I wake up, like, is he like actively awake, or was he just like reacting in his sleep?
I will let that
laying
question
down
go
right
to
now.
Jake. The state of Tevruk is up to Tevruk.
I'm just laying down. Probably breathing a little heavy, but
Okay. But you don't look like you've woken up.
not
Based off of that,
visibly,
like...
not in the dark,
Okay.
no.
May have just been a
Okay.
really weird snore.
Okay, then yeah, I don't talk to him or say anything.
Alright. And with that, we'll roll into
Once
the
once
next.
if he feels like he's definitely trying to play it off. And if he feels like he'll probably wait a bit and feels like people have gone back to sleep, and he'll go up to the deck.
Okay. Make your way onto the deck. As soon as you get up there, you get a quick you see two yellow eyes staring at you that turn red for a second
Oh,
and then go back to yellow once they realize it's you and you're not about to be killed by the steel defender. And you see this crossbow that's like mounted on it, and then just it rescinds.
It's okay, buddy. It's just me. I'll kind of pat his head.
Dunk, dunk.
Yeah. And he'll go over to the edge and just kind of stare into the water for a bit. He probably doesn't sleep much the rest of the night at all.
Okay. After this ordeal, when we move into the next day, Tavrook, mark yourself with 1 point of exhaustion.
it's traded.
I figured.
What was that?
I said it's been traded.
Jenny is reveling in Tyberg's sadness because she couldn't sleep for a while too.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, right. The sleep curse.
It's not like anyone else helped Tally carry the gold or silver out of the temple.
It is exactly like
not-
that, but it only happened to me. Fabric 1,000,000,000% was like, here, I've got big arms.
Do you curse the pack mule
Yes.
Turn.
In a bank robbery, the
Is
getaway
it-
driver
I think
gets
that's the best thing I've
charged
ever
as well.
said.
It's the person
it
with
the
the
f-
intent.
Is it the fault of the bag for holding the items?
Absolutely not.
No,
He's
it's not.
he's a bag
Absolutely
now.
not. In
Okay.
that situation, yeah, kind of. He was.
Alright.
Speaking
And
of
so
bags,
we'll say it's beginning of day 11 or 12.
11? Okay.
Whatever day you want.
I don't know
Mike.
how to count.
You're DM.
Make it up.
We're going with day 12 then.
17. Oh.
No, we're not going that far, but we're getting there.
Were we told how many days it would take to travel? Like, do we know how close we are?
3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
So you're probably getting close to
Almost
the mark.
halfway.
No. Well, yeah.
And the journey has gone quite well. You've survived an attack from some weird winged creature. You've dispatched a horrible, what was to be the boss of this whole season 2, quite quickly by just throwing it overboard.
He's in the water now.
It's not the first time.
Rango.
he lived. He
Rango.
Yeah, you're going to regret that one.
Tally already does. It's fine.
Yeah.
And with that, I'll have somebody roll a d20.
Hey, Q, do you want to roll another one?
I can roll one. Or is that
Give me
just
a roll.
Q's job?
Someone
to
else.
roll?
I figure part of Q's job can be to roll all the d20s for the days.
Makes sense.
8.
Mm.
If it was a 5, the salamander comes back.
No, they have secondary. It goes to certain things. You can either go to another bad thing, or it can potentially, some of the ones, if they're very bad, the next one become a clear sailing day.
It can be a bad thing or a worse thing.
Haha!
2 salamanders.
Two! A horde
All
of
right.
water
And
salamanders.
so, till about midday, the travel goes quite well. The winds, that's not a very high wind day. Still
Mhm.
very rough waters, but not well, for Bach, very unpleasant. But for the rest of you, you're able to, keep your you-know-what together and keep it down. All this fish may have not also be agreeing with you, as I don't know how much fish our characters are used to ingesting, especially Tally, who is pretty used to more farm-based foods.
Yo, I live right off the coast.
That's true.
I'm used to fish.
That's true.
And fishing.
And so,
I can't get food poisoning.
Also, I would have gotten rid of all the rank ass fish downstairs. Just let's that out there.
Done it. Story.
they were cured
Mhm.
fish. You got good old fish jerky. And for the
Yeah, if any of
first
it's gone
time,
bad.
as you guys look out into the horizon, you see another ship.
Uh-oh. Oh, let's go, pirate episode. Let's go. It's pirate time, baby.
And it's coming fairly close to your direction. Not directly at
Oh.
you, but it's passing by.
What kind of flags
in
are
the
they
next
flying?
What kind of flag are they flying?
If any, yeah.
They are not flying a flag.
How big is the ship?
And it's a legit ship, yeah.
It's
That's
not
a-
a huge ship. It's larger than yours.
Mhm.
That's not hard.
Yeah. Well, it's not a small ship you're on. It's not huge by the sense of the imagination, but this one's probably about double the size as yours.
Mhm.
Okay.
It does have a triple mast or
Mm,
3 masts. Um,
okay.
it's flying off
And a
white
crow's
weathered
nest?
sails,
Nest?
and as it's going by, it's not coming directly towards you. It will pass you probably by a few hundred feet. What do you do?
Look at Genrit.
I will. Yeah.
Yep, he's the ocean man.
Ocean Man's looking at it. Gendrick, give me a perception roll.
23.
So Gendrick would look at you and he goes, it doesn't look dangerous. That ship there isn't usually affixed with too many weapons. It's definitely not a pirate ship, from what you guys can tell. It may be a passing merchant ship. It may be a passing, who knows what? Maybe some sort of royals are on a ship. Maybe it's a cruise liner. Who knows? But as of right now, it doesn't look dangerous. Is the main vibe Gendrick is relaying to the group, and says, it could be a merchant ship, it could be traders, whatnot. We don't know. And he kind of mentions, he goes, we could potentially check it out, or we can just play it safe and bypass it and continue on our way.
Do you come across ships often out here, like, especially because we're still on like a trajectory coming from Andrea's, right? Like, so not necessarily going between
You're pretty, like,
continents.
you're getting closer to a main travel route now. You're getting,
Okay.
like, people going from Magrum to other places, or from, like, leaving the Bay of Jiricala and going out to the ocean would be coming this way, especially if they're heading to Grotria. You're especially in the main, to go from Revelon to Grotria, you're in that main channel now.
Okay.
I'll look at the group and be like, all right, hey guys, if it's okay with the captain, maybe we should try to talk to them, because if they're merchants, maybe we could buy things. Maybe they'll have wizard stuff for you, Tolly, so you have a pet finally.
We could get food supplies too.
Food supplies, and if worse
Yeah.
comes to worse, a ship with 3 sails is faster than a ship with 1. We could take the ship and go a
That
lot
is
faster.
so true.
If it comes to that. I don't want to do that, but if they, knuck if you buck, you know what I'm saying? So I think we should try to flag them down just to see, because it would be nice to get supplies if we,
How far off is it?
You're right.
A few hundred feet to the south, and you're heading in, like, a southwestern direction.
Hey, Almus, can Mo still do the bat thing, or is that like?
Yeah, he can.
He's got wings though, right? Oh, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Or can he fly? I don't know anything about closets.
no, Quasit. Can a Quasit fly?
Pretty sure they have wings.
Let me look at his movement speed.
Does he have a fly speed?
Need that stat block.
Let's see.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
Senses, poison, life, stealth. It doesn't say. It's almost looking.
I'm saying he has got a fly speed, so
You're saying he's got a fly speed?
I'm
His
saying
bat
he's got a
speed
fly
is 40, so I guess we'll just say his normal Quasit fly speed would be 40 as well, just because he would just change into a bat if he needed to. I mean,
Mike
yeah.
is a DM, and he gifted him
He
flight,
gave
so
him
there we
wings,
go.
it's all good. I mean,
It does have a fly speed of 40.
Yeah. I know it does as a bat, but as himself.
Oh, okay, okay.
But anyways, Mike says it's good. So, I mean,
Well, if he can fly, then he can maybe check it out and get a vibe from the ship.
he could.
You said he could be invisible too, right?
Mhm.
Or is that?
Yep, that's cool. All right, I'll have him. Oh, I'm going to hold on to somebody. It doesn't matter. Roll for it. I'm going to go into his eyes and his ears.
I thought it was canon that Tavruk picks you up like he's about to carry you over the threshold.
Sometimes.
Wasn't that a thing?
It's happened once before.
It's happened. Yeah, I'll go into his eyes and ears, and I will invisible.
Well, just sit down
and fly over
against
there.
the mast of the ship.
Mike, come on.
Yeah.
And I'll fly over there and just have him scope out the people that are on the ship. Again, I can hear, I can see, and he's
I'll help him
invisible.
out.
It's going to take a bit of time for it to fly over.
I mean, yeah, 80 feet per 6 seconds. So, however long that takes.
So, as you get closer, I'm picturing, like, I'm playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins, so, like, it's in, like, Senu mode or whatever. Like, you're hitting the right trigger and you're kind of zooming in. You're getting a little, like, level 10, and then, like, pew, potential treasure over this way.
Yeah.
As you fly over, you see a group of middle-aged humans in finer, kind of like toga-style robes. And from what Tavruk has mentioned of Grotria, you can tell it has kind of that garb. Because as I mentioned before, Grotria has a kind of that, Greek mythos style in parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're guessing they're either potentially royal delegates from Grotria, or they are just, maybe they're into the fashion. You can't tell. But as your invisible flying Quasit kind of comes down, you look, they have nice fresh fruit bowls. They look like some sort of nice meats are being served. and they look like they're traveling some pretty fancy style.
All right. So do they appear to be they well-off people that have supplies? I can't really tell like what they're unless someone's like, "Hey, Steve, what a good merchant you are," or something like that.
Yeah, there's none of that. They all, there's you can see that they are enjoying their beverages, they're enjoying their food and whatnot. You see them drinking, a bright red, like wineish liquid, and you're seeing they do have guards.
How many?
Probably around 6 to 8. It's not a very like well defended ship.
Okay. I'll
Good
tell
to
them to keep
know.
circling, but then I will start speaking like, "Oh, there's this many people. They look like this." The description that Mike gave, everyone now knows of the ship.
Probably
Cool.
perks up at the wine thing.
Most of them are going to be women, right?
This delegate is most. I'll probably say 60-40 on the male side,
Okay.
Mm.
which is not common for hierarchy in Grotria.
Are there a lot of harems there
In Grotria,
and such?
it's a
lot of
very
ladies.
female-dominated society.
Matriarchal.
Yeah.
Hmm. I was just wondering, like, how far out
So,
females
We
outweigh
may as well flag them down then.
Yeah.
See if we can trade some goods, buy some stuff, see if they have anything. Well, at least the food, maybe. Although they aren't looking like a merchant vessel, I don't know if they're going to even want to get anywhere near us.
We'll see.
But even so, we might have something more valuable than money.
Yes, you have a steel defender to trade.
We have
Absolutely
information.
not.
And if these people are potentially figureheads in Grotria, we're trying to spread the word.
If they'll listen, yes. But also to on the flip side of that, they have information that we might want because we don't know much about what's happened. If
Yeah,
anything,
it could be, am I the only one that just got kicked out of Discord?
I can still hear
You can still
you.
hear
Well, I can hear you on
yeah,
Jake's
your
too.
image is frozen.
Mm.
Mm,
They can still hear you though, luckily.
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know what happened.
So,
My whole computer is frozen.
I don't know.
All right. Your image
Just
is
keep
still
rolling.
up, so if there's an issue,
Yeah.
then I'll fix it. But yeah, it's good.
We
for now.
I don't know if they'll even stop for us, but if we think that they'd have anything that we could have for long-term rations, if you're saying that they have fresh fruit and such on board, perhaps they don't have anything for long-term, but might be worth a shot.
Yeah, just try. Someone yell at him, I guess.
Jenrick, is there a way to flag down a ship for communication? If you're okay with it.
He just nods. He goes, "All right, we can put up a flag of friendly intentions."
Yeah, and we fill him in on like the idea of like, hey, we can get some food.
He goes, "All right." So he starts turning the boat and heading towards the other vessel, trying to intercept them on their path.
Like,
And
I
then
don't.
he hands you guys a flag to say raise up the mast, and there's a place there to potentially raise up a flag. And then he also you have two of them, one that can go at the front of the ship and one to be raised up the mast. And he hands you these flags.
We don't know how to put them up, but I can stand up with the crow's nest and put it up there.
There is no crow's
There is
nest,
no crow's nest. We talked about this.
but there is just a rope, and you can just it has clips on it. You can just clip, and just pull it up.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah.
And yeah, you raise the Veritas seagoing flag of oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I am now Jake.
I'm in the right spot still.
Yeah, me and you're in the right spot.
So's
Everyone else
Gray.
Oh,
it's over there. Yeah.
hey Jake. Well, Jake, we can't hear him. He's talking. Do you guys want to go to hold real quick?
Sorry, I was narrating to Jenny what you guys were saying about flagging them down.
Okay. Is she resetting
Um,
computer? We can just go to hold real quick.
She should be back up in just a second. Discord's already back online.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so I'll just
double check.
continue on.
Sorry, were you guys asking
Mhm.
me questions about things?
No,
We're just
If you
Okay.
were, it's general. Like if Tavruk has an input to put in, then he can put it in. But
we're good.
Yeah, he probably doesn't say anything, but if one of you guys walks over, he will walk over to their boat with his hat and mask off.
My camera will be back on in just a second.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Sorry.
We're good now.
nice.
All right. And so, so he hands you the 2 flags, and they are the
Yeah, sorry
Veritas
about that.
symbol for friendly communications.
All right. Raising those bad boys up. What are they?
Yeah,
Are
so
they
you-
doing something?
What was that, sorry?
Are they hailing us? This is not a
After
starship.
they see a
but, you
thing,
know.
they raise the same flag back up to you guys,
Okay.
Hello, are you there?
and they raise the Veritas ocean-going flag of friendliness. It is a white backdrop with a purple circle and a smiley face in the middle.
Love it.
Smiley face.
Beautiful.
Just
Like
a
it-
smirking smiley face.
Yeah.
A light smirk. Like not a full smile, but a kind of
There's
smile.
some teeth.
Oh, it's teeth. Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's a little bit of teeth in that smile. And so you slowly make your way over. And yeah. Jedrick kind of brings down the sails a bit and sees which way there's drifting and makes sure he's on the opposite side of the drift. And they throw ropes. He just hands you a ropes. He comes out to go. He hands one to Tavruk, knowing that he's big beefy boy. And he tosses, before he tosses, he makes makes a salute to one of the person who stepped up to the rail on theirs. And they nod, and then Jendrik and he motions Tavruk to throw the hook and rope over to the other ship.
Easy peasy.
Can I get both Jendrik and Tavruk to make athletics checks, please?
Go.
As they're doing that, and as we approach, what species are most of the people on the ship?
As you take a quick look, mainly human and elf.
Human and elf? Okay.
21.
21.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Strong
so they
boys.
both fly over in unison. They glisten as the sun hits them, and then they land almost right in the hands of the 2 guards who are waiting to catch. And as they catch those things, they pull you in. And as they're pulling the ships together, they kind of have a little winch that kind of pulls it in, and then they drop wooden hooks, wooden planks kind of come down and hook on, and they kind of attach the boats in a more firm way. And the boats are still about 10 feet apart.
Mhm.
And then they drop a plank that's wider that you guys will be able to walk across if need be.
I mean,
And then they're just like, "Hail, what brings you to us?"
Who wants to take the lead on this one? I'll miss. Hey,
oh
I
god.
see you.
Tavruk is
I
just
see you lean
standing-
forward.
Charisma.
Again, Tavruk is again very full visibility that he is a hobgoblin.
Mhm.
Is just standing behind whoever looks like they're leading this conversation
Seems
and
to be
just
nobody.
doing a little bit of menacing.
I would say
Holly
generic,
will-
but Mike
yeah.
talking to Mike is stupid, so Tali should absolutely be the one at the front.
Well, unless Q wants to.
Unless
I mean,
Q
Q
want-
is generic. I don't
Leave
know
him
what.
alone.
Yeah, if
I don't
you
know
want
if
to take over for
Jendrik-
Jendrik at this point, I will only RP Jendrik when it comes to potentially dropping information. But in this situation, you're more than welcome to RP Jendrik, and they've come upon this ship.
Yeah, because if not, I'll do it. But
Okay.
All right, Captain, you lead this.
up to you.
We're just trying to get
What are
supplies.
we?
We're trying to get supplies from them. Essentially, we're trading for some food because we lost a bunch.
I guess I'll just kind of like one leg up and just friendly hand. Looking to trade.
We are not a trading vessel, but you are more than welcome to come aboard and share our drink and share our wine and our food.
Food is probably going to be the better bet. Thank you.
Speak for yourself, Jenrick. We will
Best.
also take wine.
So at that point,
Go
yeah,
way over.
the wooden plank comes down that you guys can walk over, and they welcome you aboard.
Holly goes.
And as you come down, they raise a hand to help you down because it is raised as it's on top of both not guardrails, sorry, handrails.
What's the rules of jumping? Like if I
You're-
wanted to just jump across. And
if
be
you
a
take a
badass
running,
for fun.
I think it's to do with your strength.
Yeah.
What are your strength
like,
modifiers?
should I dex jump over there? Like acrobatics.
There's nothing really to parkour off.
No,
Is
not
there?
really.
The railing.
Yeah, long jump is athletics.
No, if I can't like parkour some dexy shit over there, then
You
I'll
could
just
cartwheel across the plank. That'd be the acrobatic.
Fuck
I'll
you.
roll an acrobatics check for style, please.
Yeah, can I do
And so when you get over, they welcome you aboard, and they're like, welcome to the Socrates.
Holly
Shake-
will do the thing where she curtsies, but she's not wearing a dress, but she's pretending there's one.
And one of the gentlemen, curtsies back, and he is kind of wearing a toga dress, so his is a little more impressive.
I'll do him like cloak. Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
what I do.
He goes,
Just shake hands with the first guy I see.
He shakes your hands, shakes your hand, and he's just like, he does kind of leans in and does the shoulder,
Shakes
like
our
shoulder to
hands.
shoulder, and he's just like, welcome. We have not seen people in some time.
Neither have we.
Join us. And he leads you over, and there's like a nice rug there, and there's a bunch of people sitting down on like pillows and whatnot. There's a couple empty pillows, and there are big bowls of grapes and fruits, like apples and some pears and whatnot.
As much as the fruit's delicious, we're going to be long hauling. Any tack, any jerkies, anything along those lines, cured meats.
Unfortunately, no, we do not have much of that. Most of the stuff is fresh. And then looking around, you see things like, you're about a week out still, or a bit longer than that from,
Yeah.
most likely they've come from Revellon or Zerkala. And you're just kind of like, and looking at the fruit, it looks like a week-old fruit. And looking around, we'll get Jendrik and one other person to make a perception check.
I will do that.
Not
It is
almost.
my
Nope,
specialty.
Not me.
Oh, you're
How do
doing
I
it.
dice
Yeah, you're
it?
Jedrick. You got to do it.
Jendrik is doing one.
Nope. I don't know. I did it, but it's a big.
Oh,
It's a no.
Okay.
That's
It's a big-
an Erica no.
Oh, yeah.
It's a no.
Perception. I roll kind of low, so 16.
Okay. Yeah, from what you can look around, most of the food that you see out is not like, you're not sure where they're headed, of course, but most of the food is not long haul food.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. But it looks like it's aging appropriately.
Yes,
Okay.
it is not non-expiring food.
Whereabouts are you guys headed?
Northeast. We may make it to Grotria, but in this world, who knows? We all end and head for the great beyond.
That's
Come,
Oh, no.
sit with us.
Philosophers.
very good way to look at things. Yeah, because I don't think this is gonna last.
What is lasting? What is ending? What is beginning?
Ugh.
Come, join us.
For this
Refreshments?
particular instance, it's lasting until you get to another continent. It's
It's the opposite of starving.
yeah.
You have any vegetables?
Yes, it's all rotting in front of us.
And do you have any soured wine by any chance that has been spoiled or left out in the sun?
No, our drink is fresh and quite delicious.
You hate to see it.
I'll take some of that.
Yep. They'll pour you a goblet and hand it to you. Join us. We are just debating the merits
Yeah.
of the wind at your back or the wind at your front.
Can I do like an insight check on anyone to see if they're like, I don't know,
A general
like,
vibe
are
check.
are they just like weird philosophers, or are they like sirens trying to seduce me? Because it's working.
I was offered wine. What do you expect?
Roll insight.
Okay.
I think they're just big fucking dorks.
They
Yeah.
might be,
They're
but
both
we're
works for
gonna
me.
check it out.
I think while Tali's doing that, Gendrick will just be like,
A natural 20 for a 23.
Pew 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 pew.
just a
All
simple
right.
bottle of wine and some vegetables. He'll take
Thank
it
you,
and
go beyond dice.
go back to the ship.
Here's
Go
the
back to
link.
the ship. All right.
So, as they hand you your goblet, you take a sip, and you're like, interesting. It's not like things any wine you've tasted. You're getting like they're weird philosophers for sure.
Okay.
They're a little on the crazy side,
Okay.
and you take another sip, and you're just
Mhm.
like, I have tasted this before,
Is it arsenic?
and you're just like, has Tally tasted arsenic
That's a
before?
weird one.
I don't know.
Well,
It's your first thought for like, oh, my favorite drink.
No, I was trying
No.
to see if it was poison.
Tastes like chloroform.
You've had this flavor in your
Cart
mouth
char?
at Reggie's of all places.
Oh, is it swill? Is it trash
No,
wine?
you
Franzia?
remember a
Dishwater?
night where you went out, you had a little bit of fun, you did a little bit of stealing, and one of the few nights you got kind of caught, and you had to get out of the situation, and one of the guards grabbed you, you elbowed him in the stomach, but and then you thought you were gone, he grabbed your cloak, turned, and his gauntlet caught you right in the face.
Real
Split your lip
coppery
right
taste, huh?
open.
Oh, it's
And then you got away,
blood!
and then then you got back to Reggie's, and you're like, just give me a glass of wine, Reggie. And he gave you a fairly nice glass of wine. You knew you had a rough night. And you took a
Okay.
sip, and it's kind of the mixture of the blood off your lip and the wine kind of swirling together. Kind of gives you that kind of taste.
is it sunny
How
out?
thick is this concoction? Is it like the consistency of wine, or is it like
It's a little
little
thicker than
thick?
wine, but not crazy thick.
Kind of like thick like blood.
Not viscous per se.
Okay.
It coats your tongue and the inside of your mouth quite nicely. That causes the flavor to just linger a little extra. Then
Okay. A very important question for Tali. Is she still getting slightly inebriated from it, or does she think there's a potential for that based off of the taste? Like, is
there's
there a
definitely
high
alcohol
alcohol
in it.
content?
It's probably about 12, 13%.
That's not
Standard for
bad
wine.
for someone. Yeah.
And so, what's the rest of
I'll sip slower.
as Tally's just sipping on her goblet of wine, talking with one of these toga dressed people? What is the rest of the party doing?
I just take a bottle of wine and a bunch of kind of rotting vegetables and make my way back onto the ship. Go down to the belly, find a jar, open it up, put the vegetables in, put the wine in, cram it in there as much as I can. A little bit of salt. Go up and tie it to the sunniest spot on the ship and just leave it there.
All right. What is the rest of the party doing?
And retire to my quarters.
While they're doing all the food gathering and stuff, Aviana's just gonna kind of ask like one of them, I don't think we're gonna be staying for food, but thank you. I do have just a curiosity. You came from Revlon, right? Is that where they were coming from?
Yes, things are getting interesting over on that side.
Are they? We've been at sea for quite many weeks. We're a little behind on news over the last about
We
month
have
and a
only
half?
been out a fortnight.
Oh, we've been out far longer. Has any news from the world? And did Revlon, you said something weird's happening?
Come, sit.
Okay.
He goes and he sits down on a pillow.
Yeah.
He taps the
fine.
one beside him.
Great. Yep. I'll sit beside him. I don't look happy about it.
Tell me of yourself.
Oh, as a side note, Mike, I'm resistant to poison.
Okay.
So I need to.
Oh no. No, thank you. I'm just asking about world news.
What is the world if it is not what is in front of us?
I'm asking about news of things that have happened in Revlon.
What has happened? Time is such an interesting thing,
We
and how we weave it and how it is involved with us. Does it shape us, or do you shape it? Are these
I
not things that
think
keep you up
both.
at night?
I think both. But what she's referring to, I believe, is the rumors of war in
War.
Revlon.
What is it good for? And one
Absolutely
person just
nothing.
like, yes. If we would all just put down our weapons and pick up our, I was going to say medieval pen, our quills.
Our hearts.
Pick up our quills and pick up the parchment. People do not realize how many wars can be won with the quill compared to the sword. The rest of you, join us.
Yes.
We're having quite the most lovely discussion.
I'm gonna talk to a guard because they're not gonna be full of shit.
Yeah, Aviana looks like she wants to be shot.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna, while Almas is doing that, they're gonna try and wheedle any kind of information that isn't philosophical waxing, or
Yeah.
like anything like that.
After about 10 or 15 minutes of philosophical gobbledygop,
Gobbledygook?
gobbledygooks,
Yeah, okay.
he will eventually say that, yes, it sounds like war is breaking out. Not full-on war before we left, but nothing that we wanted to be associated with. We have a higher calling.
And what would that be?
We will ascend to be
Can I
one
do a
with Unis.
Can I do a darkness check real quick?
Of course.
And then
You
Almas
will
can ask the guards questions.
With Unis, they said.
Unis?
So one with
Mhm.
Unis.
Making
with
sure everybody
Unis.
caught that. Making sure everybody caught that.
That's bad. That's bad. That's very bad.
For those
I've
of you who
lost
don't
so many
know,
20s.
Unis is the god. That's the bad guy.
Yes.
The old god turned new villain.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's
Listen to the
I love
recap,
it. I have
guys.
so okay.
Listen to
It's a
the
darkness check for context. I get advantage on these checks for the Blood Hunter vibe check thing. We added darkness into it because it's our own sort of like in world custom like
Yeah, homebrew
brand
bullshit.
of thing. And so we've also changed it a lot so that it's more of like a magical sense as opposed to like I'm tracking the footprints of a thing.
Yeah, it's your darkness senses.
Yeah,
Like
it's
your spidey senses.
It's my spidey. I have an anxiety checker. Anyway, I get advantage on those checks. I roll a 3 and a 4, so they're gonna go in the bad box. And that's
Go
a
beyond dice.
What,
Go beyond
what's
dice.
What's that total? What's that total end up as?
7 plus 4 is 11.
Saving face. Add 5.
16.
16. Thank you.
You are getting darkness vibes
Uh-huh.
from above the ship.
Yeah, cool. Everything that's not fucking Mo.
You do not get any darkness vibes.
God damn you,
I
Mike.
hate that stupid imp. Yeah, so the darkness check, by the it's a vibe check, darkness check. It picks up just everything.
Not an imp.
I don't care. I do, but ugh.
She's just being rude. She knows what it is, but that's just
But
Aviana.
it's a
Just trying to
bastard.
be
Yeah.
your friend. I don't know the problem, Avian.
Aviator. He hears her thoughts from above the ship.
Anyway, hey, what does Almas get from the guards?
Yeah, so I'm trying to talk to a guard because they're probably not gonna be full of dumb shit, right?
As you go over to a guard, he's just kind of like, How are you doing?
Good. Weird bunch you got here, huh?
He's just like, oh no, this is a great gig. He kind of looks at me and goes, fucking nut jobs.
I know, right? Crazy.
But they have deep pockets.
That's what matters the most. Absolutely. Question for you before we leave and they scare everyone off. I know that they said they didn't have any food, supplies, blah 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 blah. Do you guys have anything you can slide me? You know? Jingle some coins around?
Just what they haven't really shown us. They keep us above deck.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really gone below other than to our personal quarters. But no, they haven't really. I haven't seen any. I assume they have enough supplies for the whole trip.
All right. Well, I might be coming to talk to you again very shortly.
Where's Chalk to go in and cause problems on purpose?
Revlon.
So, after hearing them say something about ascending with Unis, I'm gonna look at them and say, let's unpack that. What does that mean exactly? I'm learning about religions and different things like that. I feel like I haven't quite found my place yet, and I'm just very
Your place is
interested
with
to
Unis.
learn.
We are all of Unis. Unis is with all of us. He is in everything you see. He is in the sea. He is in this wood. It all has the spirit. It all is the spirit of Unis, the one.
Which you know is true because all of the current pantheon of gods are just fragments of Unis.
Yeah. So, what would it mean to ascend with Unis?
To be with Unis in the next life.
But how do you do that?
When we reach the high sea and the sun is at its peak, we will drink of him and join him.
Like he'll be there?
He is everywhere. But at that moment, he will be with us and we will be with him. And we will all be together.
How pale are these guys? Just curious.
What do you mean by, like, they have half decent tan?
Been out in the sun for like a week or...
I'm Googling Kool-Aid cult so I can remember what that guy's name is.
This is a suicide cult. Yeah, this is Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, there we go.
Yeah, no, they're gonna sail off the edge of the world.
Jonestown, that's what
or
it
at least
is.
try to.
This is a suicide cult.
That's so interesting. Do you have any pamphlets or books or...
We have many scrolls.
Ooh, I'd love to see those.
But
anything you'd be willing to share. Like I said,
come sit with me. I will share everything. I will share my life, and you will share yours. And then we will share.
I would prefer to read about it. I'm one of those learners that, like, if you could tell me everything and
experience.
I won't retain any of it.
And be one. Taste of Unis. And he hands you.
I've tasted enough of Unis.
Fills your goblet even more.
A little full.
Drink of the children of Unis.
I love how close Mike gets to the microphone when he wants to be weird.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Maybe we should get out of here.
As I said, I am getting a little full. Do you have a little tiefling's room downstairs, or is it just
Only
kind of
those
over
who
the side?
have ascended to a certain level may see underneath.
Above.
You have to be a level 4 globetrotter for you to finally drink the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
You must prove your worth. Get rid of your earthly possessions. Give to the cause.
You know what? I could gift everything
no need for
to
gold.
that
No
ship
need for
over there.
possessions.
The one we came off of, especially
Discard your clothes. We will get you a new robe. Be one with us.
Oh, God.
Is this guy's name Tom?
I've only
He's
ever
on a
taken
cruise?
my clothes
What's
off
going
in
on
front
here?
of one person.
Yes.
So
All of you shall join us.
Ooh, I am terribly sorry. I think we need to
that.
go. Thank you for your kindness and the news.
You know what though?
Tally. Our captain is
Hold
waiting.
on 1 second. Excuse me, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull Aviana to the side.
So we get up out of the chairs and we get away from them.
They're not chairs; they're pillows.
Yeah, we're
we get up.
off the
We're not
pillows.
sitting wherever we're standing over closer. I assume to the.
Just for the sake of the visual, everyone has now walked away except for Tavruk, who has just been staring
Well, I assume we're gonna.
dead eyes at these people.
I'm coming right back.
Did you
but
want
I'm
to walk
just-
like? Are you sitting with them, Tavruk, or are you standing like
I'm
by
standing
the
up.
gangplank?
I'm standing up, or
I-
if they're in like a little
Person-
circle of pillows, I'm just standing up.
Person comes
Staring
over and
down
tries
at
to
all of
like
them.
hand you a grape.
If
Indulge, experience,
They're too out of it to
Oh, God.
understand.
yeah,
Tally,
believe.
yes.
if we
one.
can get like
Join us.
to a spot that's like even just a few feet away from everyone else, so I can just kind of whisper to her, I'm gonna say there is definitely something going on with these people. Don't drink the wine. There is blood in it. I'm pretty sure. I cannot confirm,
What?
but I think there's blood in there. I got punched in the face once, and I drank wine after. It tastes exactly the same, but if I go back, I can say, oh, I gotta go back to the ship for something. I can go invisible and I can see potentially what is down below deck. I'm worried that they might have hostages or something. There's something not right here. I
Okay.
saw your eyes bleeding, so I know you did a check, and even if you don't sense any.
That's right. I forgot.
I was like, does somebody come over and start licking your tears?
Oh my
hope
God.
if someone gets anywhere near you with their mouth, they're getting stabbed. I don't care.
But like, if there's something we can do to potentially help anyone that could possibly be in danger, that's how we make everything better.
Okay, if you think it's the right thing to do, then I
And
can
at least to look,
distract them best I can.
you could definitely do it. They just want to talk about bullshit, and you are filled with
That's
so much knowledge.
I'm
And
also full of
bullshit.
bullshit. Yeah,
Mostly bullshit, Aviana. Come on, let's be honest.
I know. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm perfectly aware.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll go.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll turn back around. And
And as you do,
approach.
there's like as soon as you turn around, you're like nose to nose with one of them, like a drink.
Actually, yes, I will take a drink. But you said that I couldn't use your little tiefling's room, so I just kind of chugged
Oh, we
that
have a
last
chamber pot
goblet.
just over there.
I've got a shy bladder. 2 of them actually. Tieflings have 2.
Bladders? Why?
Interesting.
I can roll for deception. I don't think I have 2 bladders.
My friend.
It's so interesting, and I could tell you more, because you seem like the kind of folk that like to learn stuff. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go use our downstairs chamber pot. We've got a little porthole. We just throw it out. Very classy. I've been to some classy places. But yes, I'll just be right back. I'm gonna excuse myself.
I'm gonna look to Almas at least. I don't think Tavruk is looking, but give him the look of like we're doing a bit. Oh. And Aviana's gonna say, yeah. In the meantime, can you tell me more about these teachings? I'm incredibly interested.
Ah, perfect. Actually, we are just about to do song.
I know
Please, all join us.
many divine hymns.
And then 2 people come over to Tavrok and like put their arm, like their hands under, like around the back of his arm and try to pull him into the circle. And they're like, join us.
Like, huh?
Songs will heal your soul. You look like you have something troubling you. The words of Unis, the songs of Unis. Embrace them, enjoy them, feel them. And then they all start, a gentle hymn starts breaking out as they all sing along. They all put their hands together and they all have like slight sway.
Yep, we're playing along. Oh, if Tevrick ever looks in my direction, I will give him that look of like, we're doing something. Just keep doing what you're doing, I guess.
And then at that, they sing for a minute or two, and then after the song is done, they goes, now to commemorate with a small meal. And then they come around with like a little tray with like little toothpicks in it with little pieces of meat.
I'm not fucking eating a meat. I'm not eating a mystery meat when there's fucking blood wine. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm not a cannibal.
Absolutely.
I have it because I'm assuming this song and presumably dance was a few minutes. Did they let me exit the ship?
They did.
Okay.
You
I
know
am
what?
turning invisible and trying to sneak back on.
At one point, they tried to stop you right at the beginning, just to let you know it's song
Mhm.
time and you're going to miss out. And if you really want to be one of them, it starts with song as it unites us and brings you closer to Unis.
I
This
would love to, but you know what actually helps me go is a bit of song. So I'll keep the porthole open and I'll just listen.
Go with Unis, my child.
I will. Praise
So-
be to Unis.
this isn't Tiebreaker the Legion's vibe at all, but like, if we're being honest, Tiebreaker's probably tasted human before.
I mean, that tracks.
Probably.
Probably. If I haven't thought about the fact that we don't.
Or it could be tiefling.
I don't
blood
think it's a
because
thing we
it's
do
familiar to
often.
me.
I don't think we like it. But I think probably, especially in the early days of Legion coming back up, like you got to do what you got to do. So it's probably happened. I will take a toothpick of meat, of random meat.
Yep.
Does
that-
take a
does
cube of
that
random
seem-
meat? Because that seems like a closet thing.
You don't see any cows or pigs.
Does it seem
Small
familiar?
pigs?
Does it seem familiar, Mike?
It has a somewhat familiar taste.
No.
For those days.
Aviana tells him that she's a vegetarian and can't consume meat.
The consume of wine.
Okay.
You can't be poisoned.
I can't be poisoned and I eat blood all the time.
Yep, that's true.
It's always mine, but that's fine.
So
Well, if you have a sip of wine, you definitely
That's super familiar. Yup.
it got some wine catches you off guard. You're like, hey, not a bad vintage.
But it's destroyed
Well,
by this gross
So
blood.
it's that thing of Aviana take one sip and go, yep, that is, and then do that thing where like you're holding a glass of wine and make it seem like you're drinking and you're not actually drinking anything.
swirling it.
But you chuck
You're
the whole
like-
glass.
Swirling it like
over.
intrigued, like having like you bring it close to your lips and then you just
Sniff
like
it.
pull it away to say something. Except for it's not subtle because she's terrible.
Garbage Christmas.
Mm.
Yeah.
She doesn't get like cultured like sneaking social situations. But yeah, so the whole point basically Aviana's gonna do her best to like almost like cartoonishly like to help the other two cotton on to what's kind of happening. To seem incredibly interested in drawing all of their attention away from like the way that she understands to be below deck, and to like try and like pull them all in to explain to her all the things they want to talk about. She knows how to not pay attention. She's a church kid.
Yeah.
If
So
Almas ever comes back over from that guard, I'm just gonna lean over.
Nope.
Ah.
I'll come over.
That-
If you motion me over, I'll come over.
I didn't know if you were like, because you said you were done talking to him for a bit, so I didn't know what you were doing.
Just for you,
post that.
baby.
Just standing still near him, just
Yeah, I'm
waiting.
just standing in the
You're
car,
like,
we're hanging out. But if you motion, I'll come over. Yeah, what's up?
this is human.
Hmm.
This meat is human flesh.
I'm so surprised.
might be a bit of elf in there too.
I'm
You're not sure.
humanoid
Just like-
flesh.
Should we do something?
I don't want to kill these fucking weirdos.
No. They do have a nice ship.
That's right, because I never had a chance to sit and talk to you two, so you have no idea what's going on.
No.
You do see that Tally's left,
Yeah.
and then Aviana
Yeah,
is doing terrible attempts at socialization, and
That's pretty standard for.
yeah, that's true.
I am going to
Let's hey Almas.
whisper
since we're
something
in
to
the-
Almas whenever I get a chance to come back too.
All right. What's going on?
Let's walk over to this guard.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey, you said they hired you, right? They pay well,
Yes.
so they have a lot of money on the ship, right?
No. It was all paid back in Revlon.
So you've already been paid.
Back at home.
I'm guessing these people don't sail the ship.
Some of them do. It's quite a large crew here.
But like
Looking at
these,
the ship.
these guys drinking the blood, they do the pulling of sails, and there's a crew though that's not has to do with them.
He's just kind of like, blood? What blood?
Oh yeah. That was definitely human flesh that they're eating, and there's definitely that's blood.
He looks surprised. He goes, "Oh, we don't eat that stuff. We were told that's, we're here to work, not to drink wine, or we have our own stuff
Good.
they've supplied
Human flesh
us."
to eat.
You shouldn't. They're drinking blood and eating people. If you've already been paid in full, and the crew can continue to sail this ship, I think it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to keep these people from eating people.
He just kind of looks at you and he goes, "Are you sure? They paid a lot of money. Been one of the easiest gigs I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Little people here and there.
It will be
Oh, excuse me.
It will be an even easier gig with less people on board.
But they sail the ship.
Well, who's they're these people? They're the crew.
Yeah, everyone works together.
Who's the captain?
Some of the stuff they say is pretty cool.
Ugh.
They're gonna meet a god. I've never met a god. Have you met a god? The first few days I thought they were kind of crazy, but
Well, now that you mention it,
maybe the sun's getting.
Oh
to me.
yeah, we have.
Could
you imagine meeting Unis? I bet he's like.
You know how they're gonna meet Unis, right?
They're probably the nicest thing that's ever like. They're everything.
Do you know how they're gonna meet Unis, guard?
Oh, I think it's just some weird philosophy crap they're spewing.
No,
But
no. They're gonna die. They're gonna kill themselves.
well, they said they're all gonna die, but
No, they're gonna intentionally.
we all die eventually, right?
They're gonna intentionally kill themselves by drinking weird poison human blood, and go meet God. You
I know
understand
they're
that, right?
They're crazy, but they're not that crazy.
They for sure are. They just told
I think
us.
it's just those philosophy types,
No, where are you stationed out of?
Revlon.
Okay. I'm going to use my background that I've never used before, my soldier background,
There we go.
to I can link up with soldier guard types specifically, and could get.
Is this
this is an
soldier
official-
Tinder? You're
it's an-
swiping right?
official background that I've never broken out before. I've never used it, but it is an official background ability that I can. So I want to ask him what his station is. He's like, "Oh, you're Rebelon, okay." I just want you to understand what's going on here.
He just kind of looks at you. He's like, "Work's work, right?"
Yeah, but you've already been paid, so it's not like they're continuing to pay you for this.
But I can't not finish the job.
You for sure can.
That doesn't seem very nice.
I mean, they
That's
can't
not
hire
fair.
you again, so
Yeah, they can't hire you again. They're going to kill themselves and probably take you with them.
This
So
is
you-
gonna hurt my references.
they can't
Yes,
call
I'll
this
also do
reference.
They
That's
can't.
even worse.
This isn't a callable reference. They're going to.
They're
kill
gonna think I've made up my references.
Then don't put them down as a reference.
Well, I never thought about that.
Advice with Tevrook.
Put your last job before this one.
Thanks, Dad.
I didn't have one though.
This is your first job. How old are you, son?
Son.
The son got me pulled the dad card. Let's go, baby.
I'm old enough.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Boy, don't make
There's a
me
lot.
turn this ship around.
There's a lot of things that come with experience that maybe on your first job you haven't picked up yet, but typically, you just don't want to roll with people who eat humans and drink blood and then kill themselves under your watch. That's not a good reference because they're gonna go, "Hey, what happened to those last people you guarded?" And then they go, "Oh, they all died." And they're gonna go, "Oh, well, you didn't do a very good job, did you?"
But I
That's
can
what
tell them they
that's what they're
all
gonna say.
were okay, and none of them are going to be there to say differently.
Hey,
So
Mike,
I got
real
that.
quick.
I know they're all dead.
I want to size this guy up / the other guards. AKA, if we had to strong arm this, are these just like level 1 fucking 11 hit point dudes that we really don't have to
Oh,
worry
yeah.
about?
Sure,
Oh.
this is his first job. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Are
was
they
looking around the other
chubby
dudes too,
boys?
right? They're all just like, oh, my first job out of high school and
You know-
guarding the ship.
We're trying to be convenient about all this, but we reserve the right to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Yeah, I think we're like only like a day or two out from supposedly we're going to meet Unis, and then we're going to head back. So
Who? Okay, so
if you want, we can
next
give
part
you
of-
a ride back.
Nope.
We have a really nice ship. There's nice fruits,
Who's gonna
and
give you a ride
you look
back?
like you guys might need some protection. We're armed guards here.
Who's gonna drive you back?
You don't know how to
They are.
sail the ship.
They're gonna
They're-
go meet Unis. They're gonna die.
They're just kidding. They're a bunch of jokers. They're just philosophers, by killing themselves. They're just they're probably just gonna get real drunk and head back.
Hey,
They're gonna do
Aviana.
something like that.
Get over here.
You choose to be this way.
Get over here, Aviana.
Oh god,
Get
I
look at
have
this
to
guy.
politely
this a
extract
choice?
myself.
Was this a choice by you to
What are you
be this
talking
the way
about?
you are?
What's your name, son?
Reginald.
Oh god.
Ah!
Tolly, were you trying to talk to me at some point?
I don't know. I got off the ship. I don't know if I've been able to sneak back on yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that I was going to do was whisper something to Almus.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably before he had this interaction, because I don't want to be overheard by, a potential soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna get as close to her and be like, "Hey, it's Dolly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't react.
Mm-hmm.
There's some shit going down. Aviana knows all about it. I know you. Are you able to send Mo down with me without having to do that thing where you look through his eyes? Just I'm gonna investigate something.
I have a feeling we can just open the door because these guys are fucking punks, and we're just gonna do whatever we want to do.
These guards might be, but I don't know about the other things.
They're also punks. They're philosophers. How many hit points can they have?
They might be more than philosophers.
Famous last words.
I'll send the bat with, or I'll send the closet with you.
Yeah, the closet.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He's invisible still, so I guess he'll hang on your
I
shoulder.
I want to try and sneak down below and see what I can find. And if anything goes bad, who knows? Maybe there's a fucking level 20 wizard down there. And, we could just be walking into a trap. But if y'all want to finish role-playing whatever you were doing, that is my goal, is to try and get down below with Mo. And if something goes wrong, Mo can come and whisper some shit into your ear or something.
I'm gonna walk over to the second guard, to the next nearest one, and go, "Hey, are you as stupid as he is?"
No, that guy's an idiot. I'm the smart one.
Size this guy up too. Looks like a punk bitch too.
Very much so.
Oh,
yeah.
He's sitting there reading a pamphlet.
I'm very smart. Look, Cult of Unis. Ding ding.
Is it upside down?
No, it's right side up.
Okay.
This kid's
He's
also
very
old
smart.
enough.
Come on.
There's some notes written in the margin.
Yeah. Is this kid also old enough?
Old enough.
He's fresh out of middle school.
No
if you
thanks.
look at him, his sword, like he's wearing his like sword belt incorrectly.
Mm,
Yeah, I called Aviana
you
over
got
for
it
sure.
looped through the wrong
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah. I take. Okay, I have to extract myself from this fucking conversation, which probably takes a hot second because.
And so, by getting close to Unis, you
Mhm.
become Unis, and he becomes
Excellent.
you. And
Fascinating.
have you done much praying? Will you pray with me?
I've done a little bit in my time. Oh, I'm sorry. I will be right back. I promise. I am incredibly fascinated. Please, here, finish this for me. And she'll like hand her a glass of wine over.
I will
And
await your return.
thank you. I can't wait. And I'll go and say, whoever is not like next to a guard or something, and say, hey, so there's blood in the wine, and I
Oh, yeah.
feel like that meat isn't.
It's human. It's people.
Yep. Okay, I thought so.
Tali resents the human implication.
No, it's literally human. I can tell the difference between like dwarf and human. You're not there.
Hey Aviana,
Mhm.
so
Humanoid.
all these guards are also like high school age kids.
I
So
noticed almost instantly. Yes.
Tali went downstairs to go check stuff
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
We should just fuck these dudes up and leave. Like literally just push our way downstairs, see what's going on, and then leave. But we'll wait for Tali to do her thing. But I'm saying, fuck these nerds. Let's get out of here.
I didn't get any darkness vibes from them at all. I'll mention that as well.
Yeah, they're just idiots.
I mean, if
They're
we
not
wanted
like
to,
corrupted with darkness, but they're definitely like buying into what it's selling.
Mhm.
Whatever the cult of Unis has started while we were gone that month.
Yeah. What did they say anything to me about like what happens at their ascension, like when what it means to be one with Unis and stuff like that?
No.
They didn't know.
You become one. He becomes you. You are inside him. He is inside, or not. They are inside you.
I don't want them anywhere near me, thanks. Okay.
You become one. Unis is the one god.
Did we want to give Tally at least a couple minutes?
Give her a couple minutes.
Can you speak through Mo?
Yes, I can.
Did you want to tell her then we're going to give her a few minutes and then we're coming down to see her?
All right. I didn't want to do it, but I guess I will. And I will think to him what to tell her. As I guess you can switch to that scene of her sneaking around now.
And we transition. As Tally, doodaloo, 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 doodaloo. As Tally comes down the stairs, you hear flapping. My mic doesn't pick up my little noises. So.
No, it did. I heard it.
I had the first one.
And then you hear the flapping of, and then you feel something on your shoulder.
Oh, I'm just like, hey Mo. I just whisper it. Like, I don't know if that picked up, but
Yeah.
all right.
He didn't say anything.
Adam, you'll be
Right.
voicing Mo in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in my way? Do I have to roll a stealth? What's going
You're
on?
going down. As you go down, there is a latrine. There is a small,
Bastards! They said they only had a chamber pot upstairs.
and there's like a guard's quarters. There's a
Okay.
couple bunkies in there and whatnot. And then at the end of like the hallway, you can see a what looks to be a door.
Is there like the symbol of Unis and blood on it or anything crazy?
No, nothing like that.
Okay. I'm going to put my ear up to it. Do I hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I'll roll this one.
Assuming enough time has gone by, he taps you on the shoulder. Hey, Charlie? They're upstairs. They're going to give you a few minutes. If you want to hurry this up, get it done.
I'm gonna do it as fast as I can.
All right. You're very cool about
Tell
this.
them I've got a few minutes.
First time I'm talking to you. Pretty chill.
Yeah. You're pretty cool, Mo.
Not frightened at all?
All right. Same. All right. Just we gotta be quiet just in case.
All right.
I'm trying to listen.
Very
Tell
small.
them to give me like 5.
What about 7
5
inches tall?
minutes. 10 minutes or something like that.
10 minutes,
I
all
will,
right. I'll let him know.
But I can't. I don't know if my whisper is that.
He says you only got 8 minutes. You gotta hurry it up.
Tell him I said to eat ass.
I'm not gonna say that.
I rolled a 22 for perception, by the way.
You can hear people in pain.
Ooh. Hey Mo, tell them. We'll just wait. I'm gonna
gesture.
try to open the door.
Okay. Roll.
Is it
Pick the
locked?
lock. It is locked.
Locked?
And on the
Okay.
door is written, only ones who are willing to give themselves to the cause may enter.
Okay. Okay. All right. I have proficiency in lock picking,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't remember
Dex
how
plus
to roll
proficiency.
that. So-
The dex is +3, and then add +7.
Okay, so plus.
Because you didn't take expertise in lockpicking, did you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Do you have a
What
4th
is that, plus
expertise?
11?
So it would be +11
It
if you have
was six,
expertise.
but no advantage.
Nope.
Just regular straight. That is a dirty 20.
20.
Click. You are unable to unlock the door.
Unable?
Wait.
You are able.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I will, as quietly as I can, open the door. If I have to do that thing where, like, sometimes you might have to lift it a little bit so it doesn't scrape on the floor. Like, I'm gonna do that and
And as you're doing that,
in.
the lock goes to click back down, and you know it's about to make a noise, and you see it, and it just gets caught midway. And you see it go back up.
Like,
Mo saved you.
oh, okay.
I'm here. I got you.
Okay,
Got your
okay.
back. I'm here to protect you.
Thanks, Mo, and
I'm
I've
here
got
doing
your
cool
front.
things. All right. You take my front, take
Cool.
the back, and we'll get through this. No problem.
Yeah, we make a pretty good team. I
Yeah,
like you.
it's all right. Almost is better, but
You know what? I understand that. He is your number one, but I'll be your number two.
maybe.
Maybe we'll see. All right, we gotta be quiet, okay? And I'm gonna. What do I see?
So as you continue down, you kind of peek in the rooms. You're invisible, right?
Yeah, both of us.
God, that's rather.
So as you look in the rooms, you see a person like bleeding, like on a bed, like bleeding almost into like a bucket type of thing.
Is this like a scene straight out of Hostel, almost?
Not as violent.
Okay.
No one's strapped down.
Okay.
Hmm.
He's just bleeding into a bucket. Is he missing limbs?
They want to be doing this.
That person's not missing any limbs or anything like that. No.
Okay. Do they appear conscious
In and out.
or alive?
They are alive
In and out. Okay. Is it just one person?
in this room.
Is there a second door?
As you continue around, you can see like there's different rooms, and this is kind of going on in a few rooms. You can see one person who is missing a limb,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks like it's been properly cauterized and treated. And then there's another person who looks like they're about to have something done to them, and they're just like, "You're here to give yourself to the cause," and they're like, "Yes, for Unis, for us, we will all be one.
Okay.
My body is your body."
Do
They're all fucking crazy. Gotcha.
I get the sense that the injured people, that all of them are willing?
They're all wearing the robes.
So they're all wearing robes, not garb.
So they all seem. You haven't seen anybody strapped down any tables. You haven't seen anybody who's
Okay.
been so far. From all the rooms you've looked in.
I will continue.
Okay, just give me a perception check.
Okay.
Can Mo
Get
do
one for Mo as well.
Yeah. Guess whose perception's actually really good?
Oh.
Another
Nope.
dirty 20.
Nope, that's his stealth that's good. Never mind.
I was gonna say, what?
His perception's fine. No, it's just a straight roll. That's a 10.
Okay.
Mine's a dirty 20.
So yeah, looking around.
Or sorry,
yeah,
22. 22.
from what you see, no one's being held against their will. They are willingly being filleted and bled or getting that, that red milk.
And I've made it all the doors.
Let's not say it like that.
Like I've made it through the whole place. Is there?
It's just this torture room, but the willing torture room.
Oh,
Hmm.
I'll just bring it back 1 second.
Can I get fucking?
pause. We lost
Oh, wait,
our
no,
recording bot.
Oh man. Okay.
Now recording.
We're good. We're good.
Oh, we can see our entire chat, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Craig is drunk. It's fine.
All
It's fine.
right.
It's fine.
All right. I will get to a corner of the room. Preferably where, like, if I'm whispering to Mo, maybe out of earshot of anyone, unless there's like
A
wails
lot
of
of people
pain
are out of
to
it.
kind of. Okay.
Like,
Well, I
you can
thought
tell
you
they're-
said that there was someone asking if they give themselves to Unis, like.
That was in
That
one of the rooms,
person.
yeah.
Okay. I'll get away from there and I'll just be like, hey Mo, tell Almost what we've seen,
already did.
and then we'll ask if we should come back up or what the plan is, because we could stay down here, and if I don't know what we're trying to do, but if we're trying to do something and take out some people, we could come from both sides.
Then we'll transition upstairs. All right, guys. They're all. Oh, I'm whispering. All right, they're all willing, weird prisoners. Do we want to do anything, or we just leave? I vote for just getting the fuck out.
There's no goods on board. There's no money on board. The people want to be here. They're all going to die in 3 days anyway.
Reginald's a fucking idiot. We should just go.
Yeah. Worst thing that happens is these guys get stranded at sea or get pulled in.
They
But
got a
it
boat.
sounds like some of them want to be here too. They have a boat. They'll figure out how to drive it.
Aviana?
Do we think they could cause more trouble? Is the real question.
No.
It seems like they're about to stop causing any trouble to this world in 72 hours.
My tally.
One thing that Tali is also going to say, well, is Mo kind of like telling me what you're saying at all?
No, this is almost having a talk up top, trying to figure out what the group wants to do.
Okay. Well, Tali will also, before she hears anything back, say to Mo, can you also ask him to ask Aviana, like, what are the chances that them ascending, and she'll use the air quotes even though she's invisible, to Unis could actually do anything? Aviana knows about this church stuff. Could that do anything?
All right, so that point is also brought up to you, Aviana, about what do you want to do in the ascension
I
part?
assume Aviana, as you're getting this message as Aviana saying, I'm just concerned about what this might do if it actually does anything in the grander scale.
Perfect.
Mike, do I know of any weird, like, Unis cults? I would have studied some weird stuff. I was a weird kid.
Give me a religion check.
Is that about is that about darkness? Is it
not
count?
about darkness.
No.
Can I
Okay.
get advantage, please?
It's about
Do I have
likeness,
advantage because I'm
actually.
asking? Sorry. Religion check.
Religion.
So thank God I have a class update because I now have religion as a skill because I didn't before. So this is an 18.
Can I join in with a history check because these people are like Grotrian culture? Like, could that help at all if I made a
You
check?
can roll me a. Give me perception.
Oh, just perception? Okay.
I
Which I have to roll with disadvantage, by the way.
Oh, because you are tired.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exhausted.
Still 15.
Okay.
Nice.
These people are not from Grotria.
Not at all. Okay.
They're like kind of hipsters that think and like the Grotian culture, and they're like, we are cool philosophers, and
Okay.
This is what we are.
He's after a while he starts to click. He's like, why isn't no one bringing up the fact that their people are like currently at war with mine, and they're just cool with a hobgoblin on their boat? And then after a while, it kind of clicks. He's like, oh, nobody has any idea what the fuck. Okay, these. Okay.
Mhm.
They ain't living on this world, that's for sure.
No, he just realizes how after the dumb conversations, he just kept descending and going, "That's fucking why. Of course it is."
And even looking at
Okay.
the clothing, like from what humans you've killed in the past, like they didn't look. The clothes are off. Like
Most
they
of the
have
people
elements
we
of
meet
it,
are
but-
the warriors, so I assume we wouldn't
Yeah.
see too many like civilian types, but
Hey, Mike, Unis cults.
Una's cult. What was your roll? Sorry,
18.
No,
18.
You've heard of them. All religions have their kind of doomsday cults, but these ones are a special breed. There, you're getting the vibe more. They're on more the crazier side than the, we're gonna raise darkness vibes.
Okay. Yeah. I figured that Aviana went through a phase like every teenager did where you get really into like weird like true
Yeah,
crime
cult
cult
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, they're pretty much from what you're
okay.
understanding. They're heading out into the middle of the sea, and they're just gonna off themselves, and that'll just be
This is what
is
they
how
do.
you get weird wandering boats.
Yeah.
Ghost
Like the
boats.
one like the one we ran over. Yeah, so she'll kind of be like it. I don't think it's considering the world has changed. I don't know if it's going to do anything. They never did before. Weird cults happen. It is most likely, unless we wanted to send them off early, which I don't think is going to do anything but cause us trouble. If anything, offer War the Guards. I want to say offer them safe passage off on our ship, but I don't think we have the supplies to handle them.
Well, we tried and they were idiots about it anyways.
Oh, okay.
they seem like they were kind of starting to drink the Kool-Aid. So
That's
Okay.
the reference.
So I guess the best is just to unfortunately let them go.
All right, I'll let him know.
We're not going to talk them out of it.
All right, Tali, it's time to get out of here. They're crazy, and the group doesn't want to fuck with them.
All right. Tell them we'll they'll see me whenever I come back from our ship.
All right.
Like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sneak back up because these people already think that I'm still pooping on our ship, so I don't want to like
Pooping?
come up
I
from
assumed it
their
was a pee,
ship.
but all right. Number 2.
Whatever they think, I mean, whatever they think I'm doing, they think I'm doing it on our ship.
All
So
right, cool.
they'll see me come back. So yeah. As I am making my way back through, is there anything that like would pique my interest?
No, not really. There's some basic stuff, but like they kind of left all worldly possessions behind.
Mm,
Other than they're
okay.
wearing some nice robes, and they just like all the nicer stuff's on deck. Just they have the illusion of grandeur, and they're more important than they actually are, type of thing.
Mm.
And all the food
Is
you've seen is all fresh food, and probably not gonna last more than a couple more days.
yeah. But is there like a robe that I could potentially like shove into my bag sneakily?
Where you are right now, most of them have some minor blood staining on
That's
them.
fine.
Yeah,
That's
you can
fine.
grab
But if
a fancy robe,
all right,
fancy
I'm gonna take
toga
one. We'll take
with
one.
minor blood staining.
That's fine. I got mending and access to prestidigitation.
Okay.
So to help
Okay.
with the touch distraction for Tali to get out from the deck without anybody seeing her, Aviana will go back to the weird men and say, "Thank you for your hospitality. My crew and I have to go. But thank you for the first step towards my own enlightenment and coming to embrace Unis."
And
Say just
one
like
person
that.
comes up to you and like, "Oh, my sister, please join us. If not,
Mm-mm.
have a pamphlet. Maybe you'll join us on our next cruise."
I will absolutely take a pamphlet. I must do some soul searching on my own before I am able to open my heart fully to join Unis as
When
one.
you give yourself, you must give fully.
Yes, I am not ready to be there yet. I must
I remember those days.
search within the darkness of my heart.
And she gives you a big hug.
Great.
like,
Aviana
"Till
is
next
very
time."
stiff. Until I join you in the body of Unis.
I
Let-
personally have no intention on pondering on this. You're all very stupid. You're going to kill yourselves, and you're eating human and blood, and it's weird. And I come from a weird place, so that says a lot. You're fucking dorks. Goodbye. And I walk across the plank.
I imagine Tevrook like crosses over, and once everyone else has crossed over, he just kind of gives a yeah, and just kind of kicks the board off and lets it fall into the water.
I'll wait until
Once
I
he-
hear what I think are Tali's invisible footsteps, and I'll absolutely kick their plank because it's their plank. I will kick their plank into the water.
They don't like.
Um,
They didn't just. Aviana's just like, I could have just said that the whole time. God.
Oh, for sure. I didn't speak to them until I thought, yeah, no, you definitely
Yeah,
could.
you didn't have to play in for 15 minutes into what their bullshit. You just
I
don't
mean,
do
to
that.
be fair, I only said it as we were leaving. If I said it up front, it might have been weird.
So they offer you a
Um,
care package to take with yourself.
I burn it.
I slap
Wait,
it out of their
what- wait,
hand,
what-
hold the
what
crystal
What is
table.
it?
There's another
What
pan.
is
What
it?
are they
though?
handing us
Some,
before it
What
swaps
is
out?
it?
I want to know what it is.
Some fruits, some cheeses,
Don't take this blood fruit.
some meats.
No, please
Tainted.
partake in your final
Tainted.
moments of worldly pleasures before you give your spirit to. Wait, I don't have to do this anymore. No, I
Wait,
don't want your food.
No.
Okay.
I slap
They
it out
offer
of
you
their
a bottle of
hands.
wine, and he says it's my own personal vintage.
Slap it out of his hand.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
no,
his
thank-
blood.
yeah.
You know what? I take it from him. I take the bottle and I just open it and dump it into the ocean in front. I stare him in his eyes.
We can do hipster.
Back from whence it came back with Unis.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Through
Yeah.
its child Caligo.
Go put on your Vans.
Okay. Okay. Mike,
Like,
I have a
I
question.
put the cork back on and I throw it on the cabin on the poop deck of their ship, so there's broken glass all over the place. It's like, you guys are fucking. Get the
Mike,
fuck
I have
outta
a-
here.
I have a question.
Shoot.
Given Tali's ancestry, I mean, that does blood like do anything? Like,
No, that you're aware of.
but like, is it a common thing for like devils to partake in?
You're not sure. You know nothing of your
Are
ancestry.
you asking if you get horny for blood?
Farmers.
Is that what you're asking?
No,
right
no.
now?
I'm asking if
That's why she's so close with Aviana.
do I care that much that it's blood?
I feel like it's like a cultural
What
thing.
was it more like
Favorite just said he ate
blood
people.
or more?
I said I have.
You have
But I
people.
have. Not that we enjoy it. Jesus.
Okay,
Anyway.
is it okay? Here's the real question: is it like, oh, there's like a heavy blood taste to this, or it's like, oh, it's definitely a pretty decent vintage of wine with like a sprinkling of someone's blood?
The one that you had was a lighter dose of blood, so it had a little sweetness to it.
I think it's for you to tell Mike how much you're
Yeah,
capable of.
right.
So,
If you enjoy blood,
well, I
that's-
am right
that's
now.
entirely
I am right
yours.
now. If
Yeah.
let me talk. If there is a bottle just kind of around, that I can sneak, I will also take one.
Okay,
Jesus
there's
Christ.
bottles around. They offered you one as a parting gift.
I was invisible, so they didn't offer it to me.
No, they did not offer her anything. That is right.
And I am doing this in secret.
Now there's just a floating bottle of wine going across this plane.
I'm
so
shoving
you're
it
like,
in my
"Alright,
bag. I'm shoving it in my bag somewhere secretly. I'm not doing it like. This would have been downstairs,
Okay.
as secretly as I could, or stealthily.
Okay.
I ain't got no wine.
And as the rest of you all get onto the Sterncrest Supreme,
Is it the Sterncrest Supreme?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I thought it was just the Sterncrest.
No.
All right.
I'm like, I feel like that's gonna happen every week. While we're on this boat, I'm gonna call it the Sterncrest
Probably.
Supreme. And it's gonna get. But yeah, so they unhook.
I said it in the
They-
recap.
They bid you adieu, and as you sail
Uh,
off,
Before we, if this is about to end, before we do, I'm just gonna like passively like walk by Gendrick and say, There's blood in that wine. Do with that what you will.
Jendrik from the start knew it was a cannibal ship, and that's why he stayed the fuck away from it.
But he also, like, put
Why
some
didn't you
wine
tell us
and,
it was a
and
cannibal ship?
vegetables into a jar, so...
Not my pig, not my farm. You guys do whatever the hell you want.
We're paying
Okay.
you.
Not my pig, not my farm.
Take our money back. Onward.
Okay.
And with that, the sails go up. The smiling face flag comes down. And as the wind picks up, it carries you off into our next adventure, which we hope to see you all next week on the Isle of Misfit Rolls.
Yay.
Fucking cannibal ship. Cannibal hipsters.
Jesus.
You want to give the outro
Are
for the
all
Twitch people?
cannibals just hipsters?
No, I think I just like singing it.
Yeah, I understand.
Just big.
Mike, do you want to wave goodbye to the people? I don't know how you do the outro for Twitch.
I think that was it.
That was it.
Just
Oh,
did it.
that was
Yeah,
it?
we just
Oh,
we
weird,
out.
awkwardly vamp out.
All right, stopping the stream. Bye, everybody. See you next week.
Hi, everyone.
Till next week on the Isle of
Bye-bye.
Misfit Rolls.
And we out.